never will be.
Mine has a touch screen.
Yours has a touch screen, yes. Microsoft does the touch screen.
Yeah.
Apple doesn't. And they won't.
Out of habit, man.
I'm telling you. Why am I can't remember why. Facebook Live, when you tune in, brand new intro to the show. It is playing right now on the air.
Brand
spanking new. We are going to actually turn the monitors on when we take calls. We're not going to take calls right away as usual, but when we take calls, we're going to turn the monitors on so the Facebook Live can hear the callers, and you're not just sitting here listening to us, listening to people on the calls all day.
We're going to try to do better things.
Where's your microphone on this?
It's built in. It's actually inside the top, above the keyboard.
Above the keyboard?
Yeah.
I was wondering, maybe set a set of headphones here.
Could be an idea.
Yeah. I'll try it. See if it works. I mean, I don't know, just a thought. I'll give it a shot.
Holy crap. I just threw a bottle out the door and it went funk up Mike once. Funk. Earl will yell at me later. He's standing right here, but that's okay. New intro. Hey, I forgot to turn the music off.
I don't know if this is going to work.
There we go. We're going to settle that for later. Oh, I have to jam that back in there. Of course. Welcome to the Manpocalypse.
Starting off with a bang.
We fuck up the technical stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome.
It's that time again.
Welcome to the Manpocalypse radio show. I'm Aaron, he's Mike.
I'm Mike, he's Aaron.
Oh, wow. Did you see this? There's station rules.
There's station rules.
I almost want to read these on the air, like we do with the toilet signs.
Well, they probably exist because of us. Don't do what the Manpocalypse does, and you'll be okay.
Look, number 5. If you fart in the board chair, lean to the left. Earl leans to the right, so even it out. Okay, yeah, that was definitely for me.
Got it.
All right. How was your week?
Interesting. Started the new
job. Hey, look, you're kind of scruffing back here.
I am scruffing back up a little bit. I don't have to work tonight, so.
There you go. So
taking a break from the razor.
So it's a temporary scruff.
We're
not re-scruffing.
No, it's going away.
I'm pissing you off because I shaved for the reunion, which was Saturday night, and I haven't touched anything since. It's annoying as fuck.
It's okay.
I hate it. I'm sitting here on the bus every time I'm sitting here doing this, and the worst part is when you get to be my age, face dandruff is a real thing.
Oh yeah.
It's a real thing.
Oh yeah.
It's not like dry scalp for the chin. It's like I have like bits of whatever I had for lunch.
Oh yeah. You go like this. If you have a black shirt, you go like this.
Oh yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah.
But
keep talking. I have to find the song that I.
But no, this beardlessness is temporary. I don't know how long it's going to last, but I do not plan on being a security guard for the rest of my days.
No, but you do it so well. I feel very secure right now.
Do you?
I do. I feel quite secure.
I'm definitely observing and reporting.
Okay, good. And you observe me, and I'm being reported, and there I go.
Right?
It's the end of the year.
Yeah, I'll call in as a test.
I'm sorry. One more time.
I'll call in.
Okay, Earl is going to call in, and we're going to see if he comes over on the Facebook feed as a test. I need you to grab your phone.
I'm watching
and listen to the volume. So he's gonna unsheath his headset. You can see the fuzzies there. I hope he doesn't ask Hilljack to call. I can't stand that dirty Hilljack.
Hilljack drives me nuts.
Wow, that is freaking loud.
It is loud.
Let me see this here. Oh, you're plugged in.
I'm plugged in.
All right, so I'm gonna join you. Manpocalypse show is live. But damn well be. I worked really hard to make it live. No, this is taped live.
Earl's calling.
Oh, Earl's calling. Push the button. This is the Manpocalypse radio show. You are live on the air. I am farting to the left as instructed. Right, because we don't want to. We don't want to stay in just one side of the chair. Right. Well, when Deb farts in the chair, it goes all over the floor. So we have to. Right. Exactly. She sharts. Right. Exactly. All right, Earl. Thank you so much for teaching me how to fart. You are a man amongst men. Enjoy the rest of your evening. That was a lesson. That was a life lesson learned.
Yes.
I feel better. So Facebook Live. I hope you enjoyed hearing a one-sided conversation about Earl and I charting everywhere.
We're trying to make things work.
We're trying to make things work. Can actually go ahead and keep talking. I'm going to move those.
All right. So anyway, what we're trying to do right now is make sure that when people call in, you on Facebook Live can hear it. And
I bent my friggin' cord again.
Aaron's bending.
I am
things.
breaking things all over the place.
Breaking things. It's just ridiculous.
And I don't want that too loud because it'll feedback. So the callers should be able to hear themselves, although very faintly.
So hopefully this helps. It's kind of a pain because, like we've said before, we start playing music and Facebook Live shuts us down because of what's the word?
Licensing.
Licensing rights.
Licensing.
So
can't play music on Facebook Live.
we're doing the best we can.
The funny thing is, I actually one of the when I was uploading these videos onto YouTube, it was I got one. I did get a copyright warning on one of the videos for episode 3.
Yeah.
It said this might be blocked in some countries. This was not one of them.
Right.
So I didn't have to worry. Earl wants to talk.
No, I just want to turn it down.
Oh, okay. I thought Earl wanted
It's
to
too
talk.
loud.
Earl doesn't want to talk.
He doesn't want to talk.
I think we need to call the Beacon Journal. This is a rarity here. Earl does not want to talk.
I'm saving my voice for tomorrow.
There you go. Oh, the one-man gang here is going to save his voice for tomorrow. Is it a beautiful singing voice?
La 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 la.
Apparently not. Okay.
About as good as ours.
So you were telling me about your interesting week where you're not shaving tonight.
I'm not shaving tonight, but yeah, I started the new job.
Yep.
Which is fun. I can't really go into detail because it's all classified.
It's all classified. That was part of why I picked the new theme music for you.
Right?
The Stripes theme.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you're
I caught
certainly
on.
you're not going into the army, but it was that there was a little just kind of a, hey, welcome to the uniformed life there, Mike.
That's weird, actually, being back in a uniform of any kind.
Yeah.
It really is weird.
Are your creases lined up?
I'm really not taking that.
You don't have a JOB inspection. You don't have to worry about it.
Look, the Marine Corps uniform is one thing. Paul Blart does not get the same attention to detail.
Right. Well, then again, I mean, first of all, one, you wear that uniform much better than Paul ever did. And second, Paul doesn't have creases. It all just kind of stretches.
Yes.
That's the joy of man boobs.
Which
Paul had a mustache.
he did have a mustache, and
Paul had a
apparently
70s porn mustache. He had not a Ron Jeremy. Who was the long schlong in this?
John Holmes.
John Holmes. He had a John Holmes mustache. Why was I asking the youngin here?
the one that was born
We're only a year apart.
What?
We're only about a year apart.
Really?
Yeah.
I pegged you closer to my age.
No.
I feel like crap.
I'm 40.
Wow, I'm a grand old man here.
You are, Grandpa.
You know what?
One person here.
Well,
has
that
to be-
must not look like shit.
I was gonna say.
Hey,
you're
you
gonna
just
have to.
told our boss he looks like shit on the air.
I
Way to
did
go.
not. I did not say you look like shit. I just said he had that.
Hopefully, Manpocalypse will be back next week, ladies and gentlemen.
It will. But
The rating just went up, guys.
Pat Morrow will be sitting in this chair because
Okay, no.
because he's
I
the
want
only
them to
one
be
here.
entertained.
He is
Sorry,
the-
Pat.
He's the only one here older than me. Shh. All right. Excellent week. New job.
Yeah, and ironically, I am allowed to have a mustache, I found out,
Yeah.
and I'm somewhat tempted, but I'm going to look like such a tool.
Going to?
Okay, more of a tool than our
Fairness will make you feel better that 2 of the new talents coming in are older than you.
We're talking about them now?
That's all I'm gonna say.
No, that's all we're going to say. We're acknowledging we have new talent, but that's it.
That's it.
Okay.
But we're not gonna get into we're not announcing that who's until the 1st of August.
Okay. So that was, I mean, we did make the big announcement last week that the Manpocalypse is going to be moving to Saturdays. Our last Thursday will be Thursday, August 9th. Our first Saturday will not be 2 days later. We're not that moronic. It will be Saturday oh dear God, I have to take off my shoes to count this.
Oh, don't.
Oh, he's typing to Facebook Live. So,
I'm sorry.
yeah, I have to whip out the calendar now.
Ellie thought I was much younger than I am. So.
Oh,
Well, Ellie likes them young, so, you know, there you go.
Hey, she tells me all the time that I'm handsome, so I really like Ellie.
Really, she refers to me as Fubar, so there you go. Saturday, August 18th will be the Saturday premiere of the Manpocalypse. There'll be girls, there'll be dancing, there'll be cake, there'll be diabetes.
Just not here.
Yeah, it just won't be here, no.
I can set a poll for you guys.
You can set up a poll.
I can set up a poll.
Don't tell Ben.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, don't.
Ben likes polls.
Yes, he does, in his rear.
Yes. He will spin in ways that shouldn't be, that men should not spin. This is the Manpocalypse, not the Ben.
I better make that pole made of wood then, so that's
where do we leave off? So yeah, and one of the, now that great Overlord Earl here has blessed us with letting us know, we're going to have some new shows coming to the SKO Radio Network. Brand new shows. You can find out more about that coming up on August 1st. We have big announcements coming, but one of them really needed the Thursday night slot, and because we are men, not only are we men, we are gentlemen. We are gentlemen.
Man,
Ellie, I don't care if you think we're not. We are gentlemen. We graciously said, oh, you want Thursday? Here you go. So we are moving to Saturday because somebody wanted Thursday more. Plus, this gives me a chance to watch weekday television once again without the DVR. I keep walking on. So the most interesting thing is your new jobs.
yeah, that's about it. I mean,
And now I am to understand that you and I now reside slightly closer together.
no,
No, Rittman is not closer
I'm
together.
actually moving to Canton.
Canton.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm
The,
sorry.
Akron's butthole.
I was gonna say. Well, I was gonna go with Taint, but yeah,
Tain't worse.
because
Actually,
Taint no fun in
That might
Canton.
actually probably think I can't is Akron's Dingleberry, you know.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, we've all been to Canton. We've all been driven through Canton. It can't be explained in Canton. No internet connection. Oh, cool.
In case any of our listeners are from Canton, I love you, but I hate your city.
I need to keep talking. We lost. Oh no, we're back on.
We're
Okay,
back. Here we go.
we dropped internet for a moment,
Oh, we're up there.
Yeah.
Oh.
but we are back. So if anyone was listening and wondered where we went, we didn't go very far. We are here, and we are live. We should still be live. Now I have to open the app.
We're live. Ellie's still talking to us.
Well, Facebook is live, but that's that was something else. I need to crack open the app and make sure that we're still broadcasting. My week was very fun. My week was fun and entertaining at the same time. Where the hell did I put the app? Okay, I rearranged all the apps on my phone. I do that about every 6 months, and I hate myself for doing it because now I'm like, where the hell did I put that?
Right.
But the as you know, I went to Toledo for my high school reunion.
Yeah, how'd that go?
Gobs of fun. Had a great time. Met up with some people, and really had a good time with that. And I really don't want to hear ads, so I'm going to turn this down for a bit. And had a good time. It was loud. It was noisy. It was dark. Lots of people were drinking. Lots of people drank to excess. One of the fun parts about it was that, we had it at this restaurant. They closed down the restaurant for us. They just it's like we're up. Okay, good. They closed down the restaurant for us, so it was just us. And waiters, the wait staff were just coming around, circling us. What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? And for a while there, I'm sitting here thinking to myself, I hope you guys have really good memories because nobody's written down anything. And people are just ordering drinks, food, drinks, food. And no, they were actually running up tabs. And I had one friend of mine who ran up $175 tab between drinks and food. And I was like, wow. And here I am. I mean, I'm sitting on water because I don't drink.
Right.
And I had a bacon cheeseburger for dinner because I didn't have dinner. I needed to eat something. So, here I am with my measly little $11 tab. And he put his receipt up. It's like $174. And I'm like, you saved up for this one.
Alcoholic.
You saved up for this. Either that or, at 25% interest. So.
Yeah, either they saved or they just, blew the next 2 months of their lives.
Yeah, there you go. Just like, well, honey, we're eating ramen this month.
Yep.
Enjoy.
And not even the real ramen, the cheap ramen.
There was somebody at work left a one packet of ramen on the counter in the break room with a note on it said evening. Somebody put a post-it on that note said no.
I need that somebody.
No, I just looked at this. I'm like, okay, first of all, why do you have just one pack of ramen? Or what? How bad did things get that you ended up with
Just
one? It's like, I can't. I have to eat these in mass. Oh crap! I'm down to one. I don't want to eat just one. Well, I'll give it away. I'll take it to work.
Right.
Nobody wants just
Nobody
one. Nobody
wants
wants just one ramen. Who wants just one ramen?
Nobody.
Not
even my daughter. She eats like 2 at a time.
Right. And that's why she's growing like a weed.
That. Yeah.
Now, as I go on, I came back to beautiful northeast Ohio.
Tropical northeast
And tepid northeast Ohio. And I'm walking down East 6th Street because I came out the back end of my building and walking down East 6th Street and I'm like, I want to go get Subway. So I'm walking down and I have, amongst my other, old guy problems, I have arthritis in my ankles, knees, and back. But it's really bad in my ankles. That's the worst. My knees have kind of gotten better, but my ankles are the worst. My ankles will just give out. And it's really embarrassing when I'm just walking and all of a sudden, here I am stumbling like a baby deer.
Right.
And that happened.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Because the first thing I want to do is look back. I'm like, did I trip over anything? Was there some sort of unevenness in the pavement that caused my ankle to say, okay, I'm going to roll today? Because I can tell when I roll an ankle. When I roll an ankle, you're going to hear me scream on public square.
Oh yeah.
It's loud. But this wasn't a rolling ankle. My ankle just said, I'm taking a break. You want Subway, I'm going to go down here and get cupcakes. Fuck you.
And you had to look back. You had to look and see if there was any reason other than just your old age.
I really didn't have to because, like I said, this is East 6th Street in downtown Cleveland. People were already looking for me because two guys who were walking behind me just walked up to me and said, "Are you okay? Do you need anything? Do you need anything? Do we need to call an ambulance? Do you need help?" Blah, 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 blah. And I'm sitting here thinking to myself, this is one of the most embarrassing moments of my life. I just fell. I didn't trip over anything. I'm fucking old. And I told him, I said, I appreciate your help. Thank you very much. You just hang out for a second because the worst part is going to be getting back up. That's what's going to hurt more than anything. Once I'm up, I can slow walk my way back to wherever I need to be. But getting up is a pain. It is excruciating. But here's the problem. I landed on my knees on concrete. Now, I was wearing pants at the time, so I didn't, whatever cuts and bruises I had there was no infection. Right. Denim will save your life. But I ended up spraining my thigh because the shock from the impact just went right up my leg and said, "Hey, I'm going to make life difficult for you for a while." I ended up having to go home early and icing it down, heating it up, and just being miserable because I didn't feel good. It was awful. And now, like I said, that was like 2 days ago, and it was Tuesday, and here we are Thursday, and it's sore.
It's sore, yeah.
But I'm managing. So I had a good time in Toledo. I stayed with my folks, and we watched movies, and we played, and we had a good time, and we ate food, and I caught up with some old friends.
Nice.
And then I come home, and I
Wreck yourself.
And I roll around on the sidewalk downtown. That's how Aaron rolls, literally.
Yeah.
Don't mind me, I'm drinking my privilege water today, but I'm actually drinking it out of the bottle, so no free promos. I have to keep it over here.
Sorry, guys.
If you want me to promo, you have to pay me for it because I'm poor. So enough about us. I think we've wasted
I
enough
think
time.
we've wasted enough time talking about us.
Good 20 minutes just
Yeah.
babbling, and Earl coming in here and telling us how awesome we are.
Right.
We
are what? The should I say it?
we are the other flagship
The
show.
other flagship
The other
show.
flagship
The
show.
other white meat.
And you know what? I'm going to take a moment here.
We
For
are
everybody
what's for
who is
dinner?
listening, and for everybody who is watching, or thinks about watching, or will be watching this later, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. In just 6 weeks, you have helped us produce numbers we couldn't even imagine were
Absolutely.
possible.
You guys are awesome.
We have produced. I mean, we have tons of outreach with the Facebook Live we're doing now.
Right there. You guys.
We have incredible numbers with the folks listening in at skoradio.com, listening in on the TuneIn app. We are doing phenomenally, and this is only episode number 6.
Yeah.
And when they told me that, I mean, I showed you the analytics from the videos, blew me away. When Deb was telling us about the numbers,
We are the 3rd ranked show, and if you think about it, the only people beating us are the owners.
The only people that are beating us right now, the number 1 show is some kind of radio show on Friday nights, which no, that's not official yet, so I'm not going to say it. For Friday nights, for now. And Debbie McCune's new Total Request live show, where it's just music. She's like, "Hey, give me some ideas to play music," and she'll play it for you. That is taken off like wildfire. But it is really our only music show, and so that's why
Which is awesome.
that's why that show is really just blowing up, because aside from listening to Mike and I babble on and on and on.
But we're number 3, and when you consider
We're number 3. We're number 3. There you go.
when you consider the other shows have been around for a little while.
Mhm.
I mean, not to take anything away from them, but I'm pretty damn proud to be 3rd place.
I'm happy with it. I think we're doing great. So again, thank you so much.
Thank you guys.
Facebook Live folks, app folks, website folks, people listening, people watching. Keep tuning in. We're going to keep giving you the insight we have. We're going to keep getting stupid. And you know what else we're going to keep doing?
What's
You
that?
know what? Do you know what else we will keep being?
What are we going to keep being?
Moist.
Moist. I saw that
Moist.
coming.
We will be moist. We will be a moist.
Mainly because we're old and it's hotter than hell and
Oh.
we just sweat.
Oh man, you know what? I can't wait. 16
never-
weeks. 16 weeks.
Yeah.
Winter.
Yeah.
Snow.
I'm looking forward to it.
Snow. Bring me the snow.
Bring it on.
I want the snow. Get rid of this,
We
because
just
it's
lost
like
half our listeners.
they're like the ones I got one in Minnesota who's like, you want it, you come get it.
Yeah, you come get it.
You come
bastard.
get it, and you take it away, and you never bring it back again. I'm like, okay. Oh, I hate the snow.
Yeah, I never thought I would reach an age where I can just sit and sweat.
Yep.
And I have reached that age.
I have never thought that I would reach an age where I would prefer the air conditioning in the car over the open windows.
Yeah.
I used to love just
I-
driving with the windows open. I'm going to try to tell the story very, very short, because I can tell the story and make it last a half an hour, but I won't.
We got time.
We, when my grandfather passed away, my grandmother gave me his car, but I had to I had to fly to Florida to get it. This was in August, okay? So I flew from Cleveland to Newark, New Jersey to Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Every step of the way, air conditioned, climate controlled, nice, easy. Even the tram going around the Newark airport, because to get from terminal to terminal, there's a train that just goes right around. I got to, I'm sorry, quick break. Hi, Bella.
Hi, Bella.
It's always a treat when my daughter's watching. And now the F words have to be reeled back. Zip it. Zip it. Inside joke. I got out of Florida. I got out of the airport and was immediately met with a wall of humidity.
Oh yeah.
I turn around and walk back in. I'm like, I will look for grandma through the window. I'm not waiting out there. I drove back the next day. I drove up 95 to 20, stayed in North Carolina, and then the next day 20 to 77 to come back. First of all, huge mistake. Should have done 75 to 71.
Right.
Because I realized driving on the freeways in West Virginia is stupid. No one should ever have to do that.
No.
Even if you're from West Virginia, you shouldn't have to do that, but you're kind of forced to.
You're
Everybody
stuck,
else,
sorry.
everybody else, just drive around the state. But I drove the whole thing with my windows down,
Yeah.
and I enjoyed it. The only bad part was I had a sunburn from elbow to wrist and from mid-thigh to knee where my shorts were on.
On the left side.
I mean lobster red, painful, like it hurt to exist.
Yep.
I didn't have to touch it, I didn't have to blow on it, it just hurt being there. But I drove the windows down. Now it's like if it's anywhere near 80, screw you,
Screw you.
I am turning the air conditioning on. Now
I'm not going through a drive-through. I'm not rolling down that window to save my life.
Well, I will roll down the window when we get to the speaker. I will place my order and I'll roll it back up.
I could get pulled over and I'm going to put a sign up, officer, it's
Mm-mm.
hot.
I will roll it down enough to squeeze my license and proof of insurance through that slot. And Bella has been learning sign language,
Right.
so I'm going to have her teach me, and I'll just be like, you know, and the cop's going to be like,
Ah, shit.
and for those listening, I'm just making random hand gestures. They mean absolutely
They
nothing.
mean nothing.
So yeah, it is hot as hot out here. And the worst part is it's only July.
Yeah.
It's going to get worse before it gets better.
I'm going to apologize now. I'm working third shift, so if I yawn a whole lot, I apologize. I'm sorry. I can't help it.
I will make it up with farting.
Yes.
So it's hot and we have new jobs. You have new jobs. We've talked about the move. I want to jump into this topic you have because, oh my God, when you said this, I thought this was great.
Which topic?
There was more than one. You
Yeah.
told us about midlife crisis.
Okay. There were two topics in there, but midlife crisis was one of them. You ready to go?
I mean, yeah.
All right.
I'm kind of waiting on you.
So, sorry, I'm having a midlife crisis. No, I think the reason I wanted to talk about midlife crisis is, I kind of feel like I'm coming up on that.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, I just wanted to delve into it and maybe why it happens or why we think it happens or, the differences. Because I think when you get to a certain age, anything you do, oh my God, he's having a midlife crisis. No, not, just because I decided today I'm going to, eat 10 tacos instead of 4, I'm not having a midlife crisis. People kind of blow it out of the water a little bit, but.
Ellie, he's pushing 40. I'm pushing 50. We are well past. I'm midlife for me is in the rearview mirror. I am not hitting 100. No. I will be if I hit 100. I'm going back and starting over. Okay, that's just going to happen.
And I'm pushing
So
40.
thank you, Ellie, for thinking that we're not midlife.
Yeah, I
Let me tell
appreciate
you
that.
right there. You are dead. And I want a little bit of acknowledgement. I do not acknowledge my age in public. I hate it. I'm like, why I tell people that I'm pushing 50, and that's about as close as you're going to get. And they're like,
Right.
no, you're not. I'm like, I don't know whether to say thank you or fuck you. I'm
How do
like,
you think I feel, especially since I shaved? I'm pushing
Right.
40. No fucking way.
right.
Sorry, Bella.
So yeah. And the fun part is that you and my wife are the same age. You know what I'm going to be dealing with here pretty soon.
Yeah.
So,
But my thought on it was, I think a big part of it stems from, and it doesn't matter what the midlife crisis is, whether it's buying a fast car or all of a sudden deciding you want to be a mountain climber
Right.
or finding a new younger girlfriend, whatever dumb thing you do,
Yeah.
I think it stems from, especially now.
Respawn. That's what, yeah. When I hit 100, I'm gonna
I'm just gonna
respawn.
respawn. And
You know, I saw a meme. It's like, you know what? We're not gonna refer to it as age anymore. We're gonna refer to it as levels.
yeah,
You know, because I'm gonna be level 50 soon. That sounds a lot more badass,
right.
Okay.
I'm gonna be level 39.
There you go.
Half the people listening are like, "What?" And all the gamers out there are like, "Oh my god, that's great." Anyway, I think it stems from guys feeling the need to feel like they've still got it, whatever it is. You know, if you buy the new car and go raging down the road at 120 miles an hour everywhere you go, you know, maybe you need to still feel like you can be adventurous. What?
Bella is repeating everything I'm saying on the air. Dude, we're going to take a moment, and I want everybody listening to understand I have a 6-year-old at home with pretty deep-rooted echolalia. So she has been, and this has been happening a lot more in the last week. She repeats a lot of what I say, and she's listening to the show now. I am in hell.
Yep.
I am in hell.
You're going to be in trouble when you get home.
So I walk in the door tonight, and she goes, "Hi, Daddy, I'm in hell." Like, Bella, I'm there with you.
It's just hell with fluorescent lighting.
There you go. Actually, this is LED. But
Hey, Ellie, I'm sure that Bella's not learning any new words, just not frequented words.
There you go. So let me expand on this here. Okay, midlife, and it all really stems from how fulfilling your life is at that point in time.
Right.
Okay. Now, 10 years ago, I had not even met my wife yet. As a matter of fact, since it was just coming off of my 10-year reunion, I could probably tell you a story. I'm not going to tell this story on here at all, but I can tell you a story of how awful, how really stupid things were 10 years ago. But again, it comes down to how fulfilling your life was. Your life is as you're approaching that. Is there something that you need? Is there a hole you need to fill? Is there something that you need to complete yourself? Because you're sitting here, because when you get to that midpoint, you're like, okay, from here, it's only going to get worse.
Yeah.
My body's going to start failing me. I'm going to start to need to take more medication. I'm going to have to start doing things slower. I'm going to be on the downward slope. I'm going to be starting to think of retirement. I'm going to start thinking of what I'm going to do when I stop doing everything. I want to have one more shot at being young.
Right.
And this is it. I looked at midlife as, I've been calling myself old, fat, and falling apart for probably about a good 15 years.
Yeah.
Because it was really more of an acceptance of this is the road that I'm on. And there was somebody at my reunion who, when I refer to myself as old, fat, and falling apart, decided to give me a life lesson on my self-image. And I thought, well, that was very enlightening. Thank you very much. I'm actually really happy with my image because it's a level of acceptance that I've gotten that this is the road that I'm on.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with it. And if, I'm the one that has to be okay with it because I'm the one that's on it. I'm old, fat, and falling apart, and yay, go old people. So, I didn't have the fast car. I didn't go out and cat with the 22-year-olds.
Right.
Mostly because I couldn't keep up with them, and I knew that. If I'd have gotten to with a 22-year-old, I'd been like, I'm just gonna lie here, and if I make it out of this alive, there's a bonus for you.
Yeah.
Because I'm probably not. You're too much for me to handle. So I didn't chase the skirts. I didn't get the fast car. I didn't bungee jump off of Kilimanjaro. I didn't windsurf. I didn't do any of that stupid stuff because I was happy with where I was.
Right.
how happy are you, you know, and that was my it, you know. If you're not happy with what you have, there's your it right there. What do you need to be happy?
Yeah.
You know, and it comes down to, as I mentioned, and I'll kind of really hammer that point home. You know, a lot of guys look at that midlife like, I need this to feel young just one more time.
They have to prove that they're as good once as they ever were.
Right. And the thing is that with aging, you know, it's not a point of being good. It's a point of being able, you know, because, and I'm going to get challenged on this, you know, up, down, left, right, two ways from Sunday, that, you know, you know, if you take care of yourself and blah, 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 you know, you'll be able to do things when you're 80 that you could have done when you were 20. I don't subscribe to that because, first of all, I did some really weird shit when I was 20. And quite frankly, I don't want to do it when I'm 80 because,
No.
you know, when we were 20, you know, you looked at that 80-year-old and thought,
Yeah.
I don't want to be that guy. But, you know, all creepiness aside, you know, what it comes down to is, you know, again, if you need to feel young, you need to feel young. If you need to feel vibrant, you need to feel vibrant. You know, you need there's something missing in your life that you need to make you feel that not necessarily adrenaline, but endorphin.
Endorphin is a
You
better
know,
word.
That brings you to, hey, you know, I feel like a kid again. If I wanted to feel like a kid again, I'd go to Honey Express and play with the toys.
I'd just go to Chuck E. Cheese. Just play video games all day.
Okay, I'll get you. I'll get you
Steve-O.
on that one. But you know, I've had to retrieve kids from those tubes. And,
I wouldn't take kids. It'd just be me.
don't go in those tubes. the minerals that are in there.
Oh yeah.
Anyway,
But no, I mean, it kind of got me thinking, and part of it is, you know, I am pushing 40.
mm-hmm.
Some of my friends are pushing, you know, the same age,
Yeah.
and I'm listening to some of the things going on in their lives.
Yeah.
And, you know, the midlife crisis is nothing new. I mean, men have been going through it for years.
Yeah.
But I guess what got me thinking is our current state of manliness
Right.
making the midlife crisis that much of a bigger deal?
I think in the current state of manliness, we live in an age of instant gratification where men are living for the moment. They're living for right now.
Right?
They want, you know, they want that instant gratification. They're not looking for what's down the road. They don't, I don't want to say that whether or not they think they're going to get old or not, or they think that, you know, they're hitting their peak or they're hitting their stride. They're just, you know, in this on demand, you know, instant like, Instagram, get it while it's on, right off the bat. I don't see that need to prove themselves as prevalent as it is for people from Generation X, Generation Y, baby
Right.
boomers, things like that. Well, I'm sorry, baby boomers are already in their 80s. So they're like, no, we're going to watch you. We're going to point and laugh.
They're already on the bonus round. Anything goes.
Got the bonus round. What did we call the generation between? What was it? Baby boomers went right into Gen X because Gen X
Yeah.
started right before I came around, and then went into the late 70s, and then Gen Y were the folks that were born in the 80s that went through the 90s, which was where they got Generation Y. Why? But I think today's millennial is really more about, you know, getting it right now, and they're not even there. They're not even.
Well,
to that
I
point.
guess my concern, and you know, who knows, maybe I will reach 80 in that bonus round and I'll get to see what happens, but how much more is their midlife crisis going to be when they reach that point and realize not so much that, like, okay, I guess the best way I can put it for us, it's I have worked and worked and worked and worked and worked, and I haven't met what I thought I would meet, so now I'm going to go do it.
Mm.
For them, it's going to be, I did all of this stupid, frivolous stuff that meant nothing, and now I have to find meaning. How insane is that midlife crisis going to be?
I picture a millennial getting into midlife crisis and realizing, you know what? Being vegan didn't do shit. Someone get me a fucking steak.
Get me a T-bone,
Give me a
a
steak
ribeye.
now and slather that with milky mashed potatoes. I want steak.
Basically everything
No.
the Manpocalypse eats, they're going to want.
Give me a giant deluxe pizza with lots of gluten. Cover that thing in gluten, whatever gluten is. That's good. That's going to be their midlife crisis. They're going to eat gluten. They're gonna work construction. I am going to get so ready for that. So basically, like, eat Ben.
Yeah. Eat gluten, kill animals,
Eat gluten, kill animals.
work construction,
Here, rescue this.
call a woman baby. They're just going to go apeshit.
Hit on a woman first.
Yeah.
Wow.
And put down the emo and start listening to AC/DC.
Oh man. Yeah. The complaint rock. We're gonna put away the complaint rock and actually realize that a guitar is supposed to make this sound.
Someday I'm going to be 80 and just see one of them walking down the street and I'm going to be like, nailed it!
Oh man, I'm gonna see a 50-year-old millennial just mowing down a steak with this like look on his face, like, that. Okay, mate. I'm not gonna call you out here, but
That's okay.
if you've ever seen the look on somebody's face the first time they smoke pot, that's what's gonna happen in the midlife crisis when they eat that first steak. It's just gonna be. And for those listening at home, yeah, I made the face
I can see sounds.
because I know what that face looks like. The steak high.
Right.
Every year, for my wife's birthday, we go out for steak. She wants a steak dinner. For my birthday, I like to do, Mexican, which is tough because most Mexican places don't have chicken nuggets, and dollars usually left out. It's like, all right, fine. So I try to compromise where I can. She likes to go out for steak dinner. And for a while, we were calling it steakgasm. But you can't really do that in the steak restaurant
No,
because then
it's frowned upon.
people will look at you and like, you're going to have to put that away.
Right.
So, but yeah, the steak face when you bite into a really good steak, yeah, that's going to be the millennial.
Can you imagine the first time a millennial hits that point and gets the meat sweats? You know what I'm talking about. When you literally eat so much meat that you're sweating and all you can smell is burnt cow.
or the chocolate cake.
Yes.
The real chocolate cake made with the real ingredients,
Right.
like wheat and eggs and
gluten.
milk and all that stuff that you're not supposed to have. Yeah, and then puts on a pair of work boots and goes to a construction site. Yeah. So yeah, I mean the midlife crisis. I mean, again, it is a real thing. It's just again, how you define what's missing in your life. And again, for folks that it's like, I've been sitting here, eating kelp for 40 years, and all I have to show for it is this pale green complexion.
Yeah.
Someone get me a steak. having Outback Steakhouse every day for 3 weeks, if that's your midlife crisis, that's your midlife crisis. Knock yourself out. And if there are those that look at you and think that is a ridiculous midlife crisis, again, it
all
an
depends.
opinion,
It depends on what got you to that point.
right? And again, I think being as being as poor as I am, I didn't have the opportunity to go out and get the Lamborghini. But then again, I was never really interested in fast cars.
Right.
In my youth, I had enough traffic tickets to realize I probably shouldn't be driving fast cars.
Yeah.
Because if you give me a fast car, I'm going to pretend I am at Talladega.
Yep. I'm going to do stupid stuff really fast.
I will do stupid stuff really fast, and it'll be over before it starts. So, but I am to the point where midlife now is over.
Yeah.
And I'm on my way, I'm like, okay, how many more days until, Michelle's going to put me into a home where I can flirt with the nurses and Netflix and eat candy bars and throw the wrappers at people and say a lot.
Is Bella still watching?
Well, that's why I'm trying not to use drop F-bombs as much. But, Bella will probably put me in a home. I mean, as soon as Mom dies, she'll be like, all right, Dad, go on.
All right, Dad, I'm done with you.
Yeah. But she'll join me. She'll be like, okay, well, we're going to go into a home together because I need somebody to play with.
Right.
So it's like, who's going to take care of who? But how creepy did I just make this whole story? But no, for me, it's like, okay, now I fix computers and I do this and I drink my purple water. Life is good. Life is good. It's no longer.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Like I said, if I make it to 100, I'll just respawn.
And, I'm always going to be that guy that I'm never going to accept less than what I want.
Mm-hmm.
I may not get what I want, but I'm never going to accept less. I'm always going to strive for more.
Right.
But there is a certain point, there's a certain contentment with saying, this is what I am. I'm no longer going to fight that portion of it,
I'm always going to want more because I think that's just kind of human nature to want more than you have. But I'm always happy with what I've got.
Yeah.
Because I know I'm doing all right.
Right.
I could be doing better. No shit. But I'm good with what I've got. My kids are happy. They're fed. They've got clothes. The heat is on. They've got Netflix.
Right.
Bella's got cookies. I'm doing all right,
Yeah, I've got a wife that loves me, 2 kids that love me, a wife that understands 3 beers in and I'm just going to go to bed. I'm not going to party all night.
Right.
And doesn't expect otherwise. There's things that I want, there's things that I wish were better, but really I'm happy with my life.
Right. I like how Shane said never settle. Yeah, we're number 3 right now, but we'll be number 2 pretty soon.
Pretty soon.
So there you go.
Yeah, I can't say that. Wow.
What?
Nothing.
What?
Nothing.
What?
Nothing.
Uh-oh. Deb doesn't listen.
Yeah, she does.
Deb doesn't listen. That's Shane hit the nail on the head. Be content with what you have,
But always shoot for more. Yeah.
I'm always going to want more. I have the 3-bedroom house. I want the 5-bedroom house.
Yeah.
I've got 60 channels. I want 80 channels.
Right.
I want I've got 10,000 in the bank. I want 100,000 in the bank.
I've got one wife. I want
mine.
Yeah, mine.
I think
Anybody that says I want 2 wives, seriously, slap yourself right now.
I think she's available for rental.
No.
No, not even a sympathy giggle out of the man here. All right, okay, that joke's never getting told again. I give good voice, but not that good. Not that good. So yeah, again, midlife is what you make of it. If you need more out of life, get it while you can. If not, put it on cruise control.
Yeah,
and
my bad
watch
thing.
the cows go by.
My bad thing is I have my midlife crisis. It's going to be something like I want to travel the world, but I'm going to go, hey, family, let's go. I'm not going to do it by myself. So what's the point?
My show was telling me that she saw a meme of somebody who had taken their wife on a European tour through Ohio, Poland, Berlin, Lebanon, and I'm like, yeah. See, that would piss somebody off. It's like, hey, we're gonna tour Europe, and we're never gonna leave the state of Ohio because we've got like 7 cities here and places in Europe.
That's fairly genius.
Yeah, there you go. All right, we are
Pack your bags, honey.
pack your bags. We're gonna go to Europe, Ohio. We are gonna take a break here. We're gonna play some music now. Today's music segment. You're gonna love this. You're gonna love this.
I think you warned me.
I warned you. I did warn you. I always warn you, but I like making it sound like I haven't told you yet. But thanks for blowing it.
It's okay because I'm fairly excited about this one.
Fair enough. Now I have to go turn the monitor down because play music. There it goes. Okay. Now we watched one of the things we did when I was in Toledo, because Dad's house is only so much excitement, is we watched Ready Player One again, and Bella is absolutely enamored with this movie now. She calls it Contacting H. Because in the beginning, when Percival's looking for his friend, it's a Contacting H, Locating H.
Right.
So we've watched it a few times, and I sat and we watched it again one night. We watched it a few days ago, and I sat and I picked out all the songs that. Now, there's the soundtrack, but the soundtrack is by Alan Silverstein.
Yeah.
All the orchestral music. I sat and I picked out all the songs that they played from the 80s and 70s that were in the movie and put them in order.
Nice.
So tonight's playlist during our breaks are all the music that was in Ready Player One.
So if you like 80s music,
You picked a good night. You picked a good night. If you don't, come back next week, because I actually had a playlist picked for tonight and I moved it to next week. So we are going to get started with the music here. You are listening to the Manpocalypse here on the SKO Radio Network. Woo! Facebook Live, we got the music going, so we turn the monitors off. We will be back in, 5 songs.
we shall return.
I can never tell if that's okay. Enable events. Okay, there we go.
Too many chords.
The debate was starting in Facebook room and pale, but yeah, that goes along with the Jason Biggs thing that I showed you. I put on the page when his wife is like pissed off that
That needs to come up tonight.
Right. Well, that was the other idea you said you had too. I was like, I had to go back and look and see what the other idea was. And yes, I'm wearing Michigan stuff because I have class and taste. Enjoy. We're going to leave the video running. We will be back in 5 songs, maybe about 20 minutes or so. Stick around. Stay classy, Facebook. Actually.
Good first hour.
Yeah.
Good. Now I got all my show stuff done. I'm just on my flash drive, ready to go.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah. Yes, that is. That's the one. That's the one.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Third song. Got 2 more songs to go.
Next topic that I wanted to discuss.
I'm almost half tempted to send a text to a female and say, look, do not call into this segment because you will be completely biased.
Well.
And kind of, blah, blah, blah. Well, if I don't be there on Sunday.
I don't think I'm gonna say anything out of hand.
Yeah.
But I love that.
The vinyl for the shirts will be in on Sunday. I'm gonna have the logo on the front, and then it's on the back. When I get home, I will ask her if, I'll ask her, do we still want moist? Okay.
If not underneath, instead of staff on the back, put it right there.
No, just like the Manpocalypse logo and then parentheses, or parentheses, quotation marks.
Moist.
I told you. Enormous impatient. What's the topic? Topic is my shaved pubes. Bell's favorite song is she actually starts singing along to "You Make My Dreams Come True" by Hall & Oates. It's freaking adorable.
If you're watching on Facebook Live, I still recommend tuning on either the SKO website or the TuneIn app and listening along and get the full Manpocalypse experience.
The full experience. Because when we are on the air, we are moist.
This way you get everything that the Manpocalypse has to offer.
Every drop of moisture. You are really sitting there thinking, what the fuck is wrong with you?
What have we gotten into? See, Ellie's doing it right. The word, Michelle, is moist.
Moist.
I'm talking into the microphone for some reason for Facebook Live.
And he's had only 4 beers.
4. Just 4.
4 beers. He's only had 4 beers.
But hey, I'm not drunk.
I'm not as think as you drunk I am. Drunk I am. Drunk I am. Not as think as you drunk I am. I'm just merely moist. Oh, this is the last song. Actually, I had to look this song up to find out what it was. I'm embarrassed by that.
Ellie said she doesn't think they'd be able to tell if I was drunk because Earl said we were both drunk during that burger review and we seemed normal. Kind of funny story about that, but I'll save it for when we're back on air.
The boss. Woo! The man, the myth, the legend. Bruce Springsteen. Stand on it. You're listening to the Manpocalypse radio show here on the SKO Radio Network. SKOradio.com, the TuneIn app, Facebook Live at Manpocalypse Radio. Start doing that. Radio.
Nothing's more manly than.
Nothing's more manly than watching a man squeeze his nuts to get that extra octave out of them. So, you had mentioned during the break that Ellie had made a comment here that I don't think we'd be able to tell if Mike was drunk because Earl said they were both drunk during the burger review that they did at your house on the 4th of July. Was that the 4th?
No, that was
Just a random weekend.
That was pre-4th.
And you and Earl seemed normal.
Right.
And you had mentioned that there was a story that you were going to share when we got back on the air. I am dying to hear the Earl and Mike story.
Well, actually, it's not an Earl and Mike story. It's just a Mike drinking story.
This is not going to end well.
No.
We need Bella to not listen to this one.
No, it's not that bad, really. It's just in reference to what Ellie said about not being able to tell. When I was going through the police academy, there is a whole section where you learn how to, tell if people are drunk.
I have the police academy theme going through my head right now.
Oh, don't get me started.
Can I call you Hightower?
I have been called that before. But anyway. Moist. Anyway.
Going through the police academy telling how people are drunk.
What they would do is, they did separate weekends and they would bring us in and let a portion of the class actually drink. And the whole point was to try to trick the other cadets.
Mm-hmm.
And they really liked me because I could drink a lot and blow just above the legal limit, but you couldn't tell that I was technically intoxicated.
You need to teach Dylan how to do that.
Right? But, so yeah, the instructors had a great time with that because they would get me pretty well loaded and it wouldn't register that I was
Even close.
Right. And I was pretty good at, still walking a straight line and, touching my nose. And there's only one test that, and this wasn't me, this is anybody, you can't pass if you're drunk. But I'll tell you that in a minute, little tip. But
he's going to give us
a man tip.
Oh. Welcome to this week's man tip.
But no, it was just kind of fun because I basically got to go in and get drunk at school and then, act stupid. It was a great time.
With your man tip.
With my man tip. So man tip, if you have been drinking and they do the flashlight in your eyes test, you cannot fake that one. Because if you've been drinking, they take your eyes farther than they're supposed to actually be able to go. And if you've been drinking, your eye will start twitching no matter what. So
this is going to be a long segment. I left my water in the office.
Oh no.
That's all right. I'll suffer.
Dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
So no,
This is a
that's my
test
drinking
because if
story.
Earl is listening to the show, he will bring my water. But that's okay. Earl can be my water slave.
But no, the rest of my
My
drinking
water
stories really can't go on the air, especially if your daughter's listening.
Yeah.
And if my wife's listening.
We were talking about how Bella now mimics the movie Ready Player One.
Right?
There's that scene from the Shining Challenge where the twins walk in and say, "Hello, Danny, come play with us."
How creepy is that?
She does that now. Okay, it's creepy when I do it. It's just like sleep deprivation when she does.
Right?
I have this morbid fear that one of these nights when she walks into the bedroom at 3 o'clock in the morning because she can't sleep in her bed, she'll crawl into bed between us and go, "Hello, Daddy, come play with us." And I'm done. I'm out of bed. I'm in the shower and I'm out the door in like 15 minutes. I'm like, I'm gone.
I'm gonna tell you,
I don't want the elevator of blood.
the creepiest thing that Kaylee ever did. She was about 2, and she crawled out of bed. And she goes, "I can't sleep. It won't leave me alone." And I go, "What won't leave you alone?" And she walks me back to her pitch black bedroom, points in the upper right corner of the room, pitch black, and goes, "It's right there, Daddy." Daddy said, "Okay, get behind me," but no, I am not going in that room. I've seen The Exorcist. Screw this shit.
And turning on the lights was not the first idea because
I would have had to reach in the room with whatever it was that was in the pitch black corner staring at me, apparently.
it was the twins from The Shining.
It was something.
It was the children of the corn.
She could see it, and it was bothering her.
The
But
children of the corn were in Kaylee's room, keeping her awake, and you wouldn't go in there.
look, I'm going to tell you this right now. I would face down any living thing. I might die and know I'm going to die.
But this
I
wasn't
will
a
face
living
this-
thing.
Yeah, this was
This wasn't a
something.
living
No, the
This was
supernatural shit.
This was from the afterlife.
Yeah,
There
no.
you go.
Daddy's running. I will protect my daughter and put myself in front of her, but Daddy's running.
But Daddy's learning how to shoot backwards behind you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Duck. You're shorter than me. Don't jump. All right. So we touched on midlife crisis and we had a good time with that. Now, this is the time in the show where we piss people off.
Someone's not going to be happy.
Because this is we are going to start talking about some things that piss us off. And we do so in a manner which I feel compelled again to disclaim
Yeah,
the views and opinions of these two,
us two right here.
of these two here, of the Manpocalypse, are ours and ours alone.
They do not exactly coincide with anyone else at SKO Radio.
If they do, bonus, means they're just as sick and twisted as we are. Now, there was a debate that started while we were talking amongst those that we talk amongst. And I think I'm going to paraphrase here because I don't remember the exact vernacular. But somebody said something along the lines of real men pay their bills.
It was actually real men pay all the bills.
Real men pay all the bills. Real men pay all the bills. And it got us on a tirade because it coincided with an article that I had seen on a news site in regards to Jason Biggs, the actor, the pie fucker. That's the only thing you remember Jason Biggs from.
You know who we're talking about now.
And his wife. And his wife had mentioned, she's an actress too, but I think Jenny Morrow is her name.
I think so.
And she had mentioned that she is actually insulted. And I would think that the real terminology would not so much insulted, but really kind of annoyed by the fact that men are put on a pedestal when they do what they're supposed to do. Okay? And it got me thinking, when things are really going sour at home, I'm not going to get into the details, but there was an incident, I think last week, in my house that had my wife feeling very bad mentally, put her in a bad state of things. And as her husband and as the father, it was my responsibility to kind of take her off bench her, so to speak, and say, you do you, and let me do what I need to do. I brought home cookies because I know she likes cookies.
Mm-hmm.
I brought home chocolate because I know she likes chocolate. I didn't bring home wine because she's already on, medication. Let's put alcohol on top of that. But digressing enough to say the least. I took care. I made sure that Bella things were being done. Right. Instead of asking her, okay, well, I know that your head is in a bad place, but what did you make me for dinner? We weren't in the best financial place, but I said, you know what, screw it. What do you want for dinner? Just tell me what you want and I will order it. I will make it happen. Just tell me what you're in the mood for. And just making sure
Michelle, do not tune out.
making sure that I could make her as comfortable as possible through what she was going through.
Right.
Now, my wife is on Facebook like stink is on shit.
Yeah.
Okay. I love you, but it's true. And she mentioned this she posted this, thanks to my husband who did this, and this. You know, thanks for giving me the opportunity to kind of get through this. I was heralded. What a wonderful guy. What a, la, 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 la. I want to scream out the B word right now,
Right.
but I'm not going to. Women, let me explain something to you. I did what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah.
I did what men do, okay? I took care of my family. I took care of my wife. I didn't do anything special. I didn't do anything out of the ordinary. I didn't do anything that warrants a parade or a National Day of Honor. I did my job.
Exactly.
The only person who really ought to be making any big deal and really shouldn't is my wife.
Yeah.
And it's to that point where it's like, hey, thanks.
Yeah, that's
You're
all
welcome.
I need.
That's it. You know,
I don't need everyone else's opinion.
when I hear about things like, oh, he opens the door for me. The fuck? And
What have we talked about in the past?
hey,
Be polite.
hey, I pay all the bills in congratulations, welcome to adulthood. What's your jacket size? You're not impressing anybody.
No.
You're impressing yourself. You're impressing yourself,
Right.
and you're an audience of one. But you're doing what you're supposed to be doing as a man, and I of course that was met with well, what are you, ungrateful? I'm not ungrateful.
No, I'm not ungrateful.
I'm
at
not
all.
ungrateful at all. I'm just your expectations of me are low because your expectations of men are low.
Exactly.
And
that
pisses me off. Because I'm sorry if you personally were dealt a crappy hand. I'm sorry that you personally had a crappy experience with someone who pretended to be a man. I'm sorry for that. I really am. I
Right.
truly am. I'm truly sorry that I'm making up for somebody else screwing off. But that doesn't mean that you have to pontificate me
No.
into some godlike deity where it's oh no. I do what I do because it's my responsibility.
Because it's my responsibility because I'm a man.
Mhm.
There's another one that I saw, and this one really fired me up. And I'm gonna have to paraphrase, but it was, daddies can make excuses, but mommies have to do whatever it takes to get the job done.
Oh, piss off.
Piss
Piss off.
off. All right. Again, I'm sorry that your baby daddy, or whatever you want to refer to him as, screwed up and screwed off and didn't do his job, but don't use the word daddies or fathers, because I'm a father, I'm a daddy, and I do my damn job because it's my job. I never saw a chance to make an excuse. I never wanted to make an excuse.
I want you to say that again. I want you to say that again, and I'm going to give you the translation of what it really means.
What?
And I guarantee you,
Baby daddy?
No.
No.
The phrase that you said. I want you to say that again. I'm going to give you the translation of what it really means, and I guarantee you there will be people out there that will be pissed off because they realize, oh my god, he's right. Say that again.
Daddies can make excuses, but mommies have to do whatever it takes to get the job done.
Loose translation: I let losers come inside me.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
Dun dun dun. Figure it out. You had half an hour of you let him come inside you, and now you're paying the price.
Yeah. And
Okay. Men, fathers will do what it takes to get this job done. All right. So don't come at me with this nonsense of daddies making excuses. No, they don't. Okay.
Listen, I'm going to tell you right now, and I don't want a damn bit of praise for this, but I'm going to tell you the honest to God truth.
Hmm.
I have worked for the last 3 years with a bad knee without once going to the hospital, without once going to get it checked, because I knew that my family depended on me to go to work every single day. I don't want praise for that. I did it because I am a husband, because I am a father. And it is my job to do everything I can for my family. And I'm not taking away from what my wife does for our family.
Right.
I'm saying that as a husband, as a father, that is my job, to put them first.
Right. Can I expand on that?
Go for it.
Get it checked out.
I already did.
Okay. Because
And
if
in
you
all
want-
honesty, I already did. And because I did, I missed a month's worth of work, and we're hurting pretty bad right now.
Right. But if you want to continue to be able to do what needs to be done, because and my wife will tell you, I've done that.
Yeah,
I've like, okay, it's not bad enough yet.
exactly.
And you know, we talk about what I went through last month,
Right?
you know, but and I've done that. I've like, okay, it's not bad enough. It's not bad enough. And when it gets bad enough, you're laid up even longer.
Exactly.
So and I know that we may be straying off, but the most important person that you're responsible for is yourself. If you cannot take care of yourself, you have no business, none whatsoever, of attempting to take care of anyone else.
Absolutely.
If your side of the street is not clean, do not pick up a shred of garbage from anyone else's.
Absolutely.
Okay?
But in all honesty, we as men, we will do that. We will put ourselves on the back burner to make sure that those we love are taken care of.
Right.
And that's why comments and social media posts like that piss me the hell off. Don't refer to daddies or fathers, because obviously you don't know what a daddy or a father is.
Right.
If you can say that, because in all honesty, if you can say that without once thinking of your own dad and realizing that if he was a good dad, you're insulting the hell out of him.
Right.
Come on.
We are the reason that ibuprofen sells so well.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I need to go take some. Oh wait, my water's in the other one. No, do not. He's offering me his beer to wash down an ibuprofen. Yeah, there you go.
Okay, we were both Marines. Water and Motrin. That's all you need.
Motrin, yeah, Motrin was our ibuprofen. You know, I'm trying not to let it go too far. I was reminded of our drug of choice when I was in high school. Do you remember Vivarin?
Yeah.
Oh my God, we lived off of Vivarin when I was a kid. Holy crap. Vivarin and Jolt Cola, that's what got me through my
that's
senior
it.
year of high school. Anyway, but yeah, I digress.
Well, and here's the thing. There's posts like this
Mhm.
that I think there was another one. God, I gotta think real quick. It from a woman's standpoint, it said, I would rather work every day of my life than ever allow a man to say you have that because of me. I get where you're coming from to a degree,
A man
but
would
a
not
man
say
would not say that.
you have that because of me. A man would say you have that because of us.
Exactly.
Okay. And I will admit in front of my wife, I will admit that it took me a while to get there.
Yeah.
Because I was one of those that said, hey, I put this here. But I could not do that without her contribution.
Right.
Okay. And I understand that and I know that. All right. And I welcome that. I do what I do. I can do what I do. I can do this
Yeah.
because of her contribution.
Yeah.
So it's not me. It's not her. It's not, one-on-one. It's us. It's we. There's no singularity to it.
Absolutely.
And that's really kind of the point that I'm trying to hammer home, is that the expectation that women have put on men is so low that when men, I mean men, do what they're supposed to do, and that's, be a part of a unit instead of, being, John Q. dictator,
Right.
the dictator,
Yep.
then, you've met the expectation that they have. But when you're rising up, they're like, oh my God, okay, stop. We need to hold the cover of the plain dealer. We need to have a parade, and, someone buy him a beer.
Yep.
If I have,
He needs a star on the Walk of Fame because, oh my God.
wait a minute. I did this last year. I'm sorry. It's actually a milestone year. I did this last year, and I completely forgot. I'm scrolling through my calendar now because last year I completely forgot my sobriety date. And I was like, hey, I've been sober. Okay. August 20th. So it's coming up. I need to set what is that? Alarm, a reminder.
Reminder.
Yeah. So somebody, I can make sure that nobody buys me rum cake. There we go. 15 years coming up.
That's awesome.
I didn't do it. I just didn't drink anymore. It would have been more, but I thought I could do it myself. And anyway, enough about my sobriety.
I've got to touch on something Ellie said because I get this. I'm going to kind of read it here. The only thing Richie ever said to her was that she wouldn't have her son without him. That is true, but to relate back to what Aaron said, he wouldn't have your son without you. That was a joint contribution. I get it. My daughter would not exist. Neither one of my daughters would not exist without the combination of me and my wife. I could have other kids, but they would not be those two little girls. Okay, so I get it. She could technically say that without me, and I could say the same thing, without me, those kids wouldn't exist, but without her, those kids wouldn't exist.
Right.
So it was a joint contribution. And that is what separates a man from whatever.
A male.
Exactly. A man from a male is that we understand when there's a contribution, when it's you're doing what you have to do, I'm doing what I have to do, and we are making it work. And when we can't make it work, we figure out how to get there together.
Right.
All right. And as men, we don't want additional praise from that. The only person that should ever thank me is my wife. And even then, it shouldn't be over the top. It should be, hey, thanks for giving me a break. Thanks for, being the one to wake up and make coffee this morning, whatever.
I look at it this way. It's like, when Mike says that we don't want additional praise, let me tell you something. If you're going to buy us a beer, buy us a beer. That's thoughtful. Or buy him a beer. Give me my purple water.
Yeah, Michelle, I'm not actually giving Aaron beer. Don't worry.
No, I'm not actually taking the beer. Relax. But, again,
We've got vodka and an IV. He's fine.
we, when I went to the Walgreens last week, I realized there's a Starbucks right next door to it, and it was open at 10 o'clock. And all I could think of is I had two thoughts almost at the same time. This is where my head goes when I'm by myself in my car. Who the hell drinks coffee at 10 o'clock at night? Damn, I really love a cup of coffee. And I realized, oh yeah, I would. I have to get up at 5 in the morning.
That reminds me of another.
The thing with the praise though is that if you're going out of if you're doing what you're supposed to be doing and expecting praise, you're doing it for the wrong reason, and you kind of need to come back to reality and kind of check yourself there. We're not looking for water. We're not looking for praise for what we're supposed to do. I don't want the electric company to send me a thank you card when I pay my bill. And that's kind of stupid. I don't want the landlord to come by and knock on my door and shake my hand and give me a welcome basket. When I drop off the rent check, it's dude, seriously, I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, It kind of, it really lessens it when you heap that kind of praise on you. And like I said, it is because, you have such a low opinion of men in general. And when you have a low opinion of men in general, then the men you have specifically in your life are going to hurt from it.
Yeah.
I mean, you sit here and you say how, your feelings matter and you talk about your feelings. Well, here you go. We're talking about it and
Right.
we're letting you know.
We do not appreciate being lumped in with all the males out there who don't know how to be men, don't know how to be husbands, don't know how to be fathers. We don't appreciate being lumped in with them.
Like
And-
somebody once referred to them as sperm donors.
Sperm donors.
I like to call it. Someone referred to them as sperm donors and said, wouldn't a more appropriate term be Jack in the Box? Give it a minute. He got it right away. Did you? Did you? I know you did. Moist.
But no,
Moist snack.
that kind of stuff pisses us off. And in this current age of social media, we are flooded with that. All you have to do is scroll through Facebook 3 times, swipe your finger up 3 times, and you're going to see something that bashes every man out there. And then when we call you on it, oh, well, we're not talking about you, don't take it personally. Well, damn it, you kind of made it personally when you refer to all men or all fathers.
I swiped my finger up 3 times and she said, thank you.
That's a different kind of swiping.
Swipe right. Swipe left. It's not the 3rd hour yet. We're not supposed to do this yet. We're not supposed to do this yet.
It's still the serious time.
Yes, it is. 3rd hour is when we screw off. Getting a little slap happy here.
He needs his water.
I am a little dry mouthed. I'm a little bit I did not realize I could Jones for just simple fucking water.
Right.
I'm telling you, I'm like, and it's just it's got electrolytes.
You're getting twitchy.
It's what plants. I am getting twitchy. I'm like, I don't have my water, but I'm afraid if I just get up now and go get my water, you'll be here by yourself.
And I might just rant.
Yeah, you'll just to no one. You'll just be kind of like, I know. So
Just be like, I hate feminists. Ah!
ah!
Grab your torch and pitchforks.
You realize you just referred to feminists as ogres.
Yes, I did.
Donkey!
But no, I mean,
That's your side of the story.
get out of my swamp.
That's my land. You cannot have it.
But no, it amazes me how much stuff is out there. And then these very same women that post this stuff complain that they can't find a good man.
Yes, they do.
I mean, you insult every man that you know
Mm-hmm.
and then complain that you cannot find a good
How come I
man.
can't find a good man? Your standards are kind of out of whack.
Well, and maybe because after seeing 30 of those posts in a 2-day period, dare I say it? Should I say it?
Say it.
The good men have started to think that you're a
Taylor
that word.
Taylor Swift was in concert in town 2 days ago. And we lived through her tirades of this guy, she wrote songs about this guy and that guy and the other guy. And, every time speaking of Taylor Swift,
Yeah.
Brandy's joined us.
All right.
Outstanding. Anyway, and eventually guys got together and, manhood of the songwriting genre and got together and said, well, we wrote a song and it's entitled, No, Maybe It's You.
Yep.
So, yeah, I mean, it's certainly one of those cases where, you're desperately looking for a good man, but every good man that comes around, you immediately find faults with. Oh, I can't, no. Okay, so you're going down your checklist. I don't think you're looking for a good man. I think you're looking for the perfect man. And that's nobody's perfect.
We don't exist.
Humanity was built on its imperfections.
I am
going
gonna
to join our imperfections.
I am going to actually be cocky for a moment, and if my wife is listening, she can call in and tell me if I'm wrong. I am a good man, a good husband, and a good father. But I am so far from perfect.
I have man boobs. That's the alpha and the omega of, you think I'm perfect? I got tits.
I didn't
okay?
say that I was a good-looking man.
Oh, you're pretty. I can go get the song and prove it.
Oh, my song.
Your
That's
song.
my song now. But no, it's this, you're looking for perfection. And I'm not saying that this is true of all women. There are some women out there that have just met the wrong guy, and I know one of them, and I'm not going to go into details because she'll figure out that I'm talking about her, but there are some women that meet the wrong guy, and that guy just destroys her. And that is sad and unfortunate, but I'm talking about the women that just do nothing but bash men and then complain that you can't get a good guy.
Right.
I'm not talking about the woman that's actually been through hell and is trying to find herself again. Okay, because they don't typically post bashing things, They post, this is what I'm looking for type of stuff.
Let me put it to you this way. If you think that you've gone through and you've been screwed over and you can't find a good man, let me fill you in on a small nugget of truth that will have your hair extensions falling out on their ends. Michelle Knight got married. Seriously. Here's somebody who should never trust another man as long as she shall live for what happened to her.
Right.
And she found somebody. What's your excuse? What are you afraid of? What judgment are you sitting on that you can't look at somebody and go, you know what? He's a decent guy.
Yeah.
I'm shrugging.
It's not that hard.
I'm shrugging.
I mean, and it goes both ways. I mean, men have been, we've all gone through the ringer at some point. We've met somebody that has destroyed us. But I don't consider all women, and I'm going to say it this time, I don't consider all women bitches. I don't consider all women psycho. I don't consider all women crazy or worthless or whatever, just because I knew one or two. I have met so many amazing women, especially when I got into photography. Okay, and stop with the smiling.
The girls are taking turns saying hi to each other, so I
Right.
just threw in hi, John.
Hi, John boy. But no, I've met so many amazing women, but I've also met so many women that are just, and I'm going to carefully use this word, but they're
Cum
just
dumpsters?
No, damaged.
Oh.
Damaged. They've been through the ringer and they don't believe in themselves anymore.
That one.
I've met some of those too. I just stay clear of those ones. I honestly, I go out of my way to avoid those ones. But I get it. You've been destroyed. Men have been destroyed. But damn it, let's stop lumping everybody of the opposite sex into that group.
Right.
And again, it goes both ways. Men do it too. Okay, we get together and we do stupid stuff and we say stupid stuff, but let's just stop. Let's all be adults. Let's be men. Okay. Some of you out there need to be women. I'm not going to say let's be women. You know what I meant, damn it.
Bruce Jenner.
But seriously, at some point the bullshit has to stop, and we need to stop lumping everybody into that category.
If you are fortunate enough to have one of these, if you are fortunate enough to have a man, not a male, a man, just tell him thanks. Hey, thank you. I know you're working hard. I know you're doing your best. You are appreciated. You are loved. I love you. Just say that for no reason whatsoever other than the fact that you do. Not the beginning of the day, not the end of the day, not when you're seeing him or when he's leaving or anything else like that. Just turn to him randomly. Hey, I love you, sugar tits. And I realize as I'm saying that,
So help
I'll
me.
probably get called that tonight.
So help me God if my wife calls me sugar tits because of you.
I'm surprised she doesn't. I'm going to text that to her right now. I totally am. I do have her number in here, right?
And Ellie, you are not psycho bitch crazy chick.
Oh, she is. She's great nuts.
Hang on. You are psycho bitch crazy chick in the best possible way.
But, she's still great nuts. No, I only have your number.
Aha.
I'll have to reach out to her on Facebook, which she never checks. Hey, I'll reach out to her on Facebook. I'm going to ask his wife to call him sugar tits.
Yeah, this is going to be great.
Ooh.
John.
And Kayla's going to record it, put it on the Manpocalypse page.
If my wife does it at the wrong time and Piper calls me sugar tits,
Oh, yes. You know what?
you know the
I'm
word.
going to get home and
No, you know what's even
Bella's going to
worse.
call me sugar tits.
Piper won't call me sugar tits. She'll wait till she goes to therapy, and all her therapists are female, and she's gonna call one of them sugar tits, and I'm gonna get blamed for
You
it.
need to call Mike sugar tits when you see. Oh,
All right, thanks.
one thing real quick before we go to break again. We can actually do this in the third hour. But I've got new stuff for Good Eats
All right.
that I wanted to share. So let's go ahead and break. We'll throw some music up in the air.
So
And,
hopefully we didn't piss off too many people, but if we did, you need to consider what's going on in your life.
You know what? Here's what we're going to do. We're going to play some music. And as soon as the break is over, we're going to open the phone lines up because we haven't had the phone lines up at all tonight. We haven't heard from anyone. We have not opened the phone lines up. So we're going to do a music break and then we'll open the phone lines up. So more music from the
Ready Player One?
Ready Player One soundtrack. This is Blondie with One Way or Another. You are listening to the Manpocalypse radio show
I'm gonna
here
find
on the SKO Radio Network. Facebook Live, we will open the phones back up, like I did the first time, so that we can hear from folks who think we're completely full of crap. For the third hour, like I said, we got so into it, realized we never opened the phones up, give you guys a voice here. Stick around. We're gonna put the he's loving his Blondie here. Stick around. We're gonna let you guys listen in on the phone calls. I need my water really, really bad. And Brandy, you have to call in. As you know, you're listening to one of our first shows, so you have to call in and tell us how full of shit we are. Because I think Brandy needs me. I'm trying to talk to her at the fundraiser. She's like, not interested. I get it. I'm a creepy friend.
We're all that creepy friend somewhere to somebody.
And then usually the way that our shows go, it's funny as hell. We have segments and we talk seriously that really gets into it for the first 2 hours. And the last time, we just kind of talk on. We try to think something to talk about. They're just kind of let loose. It's like, we're not sure what we're going to talk about, but here you go. Enjoy. All right, I got my water. A happy boy. Let's see. Play the music on the line. On the line. What the? Yeah. Thank you, Michelle. We actually do announce the number when we open the phone lines, but thank you for sharing it. Well, you ate those giant pizzas, so yeah, I can understand why you're like all fadey and stuff. Brandy, did you just tell us that you did a training in a blazer? Because that's kind of creepy. Was it a pre-op or a post-op training? And what was her name? See, that's why Brandy doesn't like me, because I make jokes like that. But they're funny. Well, sadly, Michelle, you may be waiting a very, very long time for that. Oh, Lori's watching. Now we really have to behave. They broke out the 13-year-old. That can't be good. So Michelle's got us doing the bank dance from Full Monty. Brandy's got us doing the time warp. Ellie wants us to do the Dougie. You just want to see this jiggle. That's the problem. It's a little bit messed up. I think the terminology I like to use is foobar. My Facebook audience wants us to do all these foobar dances.
Mm-hmm. Don't be jiggling. Don't want to scare everybody.
Yeah.
Don't scare a wall.
Okay, Ellie, I don't know if I should get you a dictionary or a thesaurus, but you basically just said that you giggle more than anyone else. Jiggle is spelled with a J. But it was funny to read. I liked it. I'm glad that we make you giggle. Keep listening. We'll keep making you giggle. Ben showed up at our Facebook Live for like 30 seconds and then left.
Yeah.
Didn't say anything. And once he showed up, he was like, wonder if he's going to buy a call and give him a call. Ellie, do I even want to know why you're typing in the dark, or should I just leave that to my own foobar imagination? Thank you. I was looking for that. Our Facebook audience wants us to dance on the air. Michelle wants us to do the bank scene from Full Monty.
We have to rehearse that one. I'm sorry.
Randy wants us to do the time warp. And Ellie wants us to do the Dougie.
My God.
Well, at least they're asking you to do like the final dance from Dirty Dancing.
Y'all realize how can I put this?
And
I told him- I told him-
Aaron's gonna play the part of baby.
I told him, I said, you do not want to see this jiggle.
I'm saying this very cautiously in our current, world stance, but I am a white man. I can't dance. I have to rehearse.
We have the rhythm of woo girls. You know the girls at the bar that go woo at everything? That's us right here. We're the woo girls.
The woo girls are in the house.
No, Michelle's allegedly
I-
cackling.
I can do one dance.
You see, that's what you might see if you guys move into Sarah. You might have to be the woo girls.
The woo girls.
However, that would be a great shirt.
Oh,
Oh, see, that would be a good shirt.
I forgot to tell her.
Hey, woo girls.
Oh my gosh. We need woo girls.
There you go.
If you want to be a woo girl for the Manpocalypse, let us know. You'll get a free shirt eventually.
The his old spot is still in the live show spots.
That was back. Speaking of woo girls, she's back. But that would be one of the poo girls.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, okay.
Moist.
Moist. Ooh, that one kind of popped. Ooh,
Oh.
hello. Damn McDonald's.
Sorry, Victoria. When we dance, it's not a line. We're more like an oval.
Oh, Victoria's on now?
Yes. Wow. I'm just going to stick with Stansberry because I can't. That last name, it's very Toledo. Don't turn lights off. We have Facebook Live. Dad!
It don't
We're
work.
trying to fix it.
We've been
It
trying.
doesn't work. Air.
It don't work.
Don't mess with the lights.
Call them in the morning,
Please.
please.
I already left a message with them.
And it's not bulbs because that's LED.
I know, it's.
Victoria, I used to know how to line dance when I was young and could move without sound effects.
Pardon the light show. Earl's playing with the lights.
I had,
Anyone with epileptic problems should
Turn
stop
away.
watching right now.
Turn away now.
Yeah, it's just, it's.
it's normally good.
Deb,
Bella
I
said
did it for like a
stop
half
snoring.
hour earlier and it didn't work. So I need to come fix this light tomorrow. Right. They need to fix this tomorrow.
No,
No, we're
on
not.
Facebook Live.
Facebook Live.
But they need to
That's
fix this
why
tomorrow.
you were messing with the lights, and then we were like an epileptic.
By the way, Deb, would you be a woo girl?
Would you be a woo girl for the Manpocalypse?
No.
Why not?
See, I told you she'd be a poo girl.
movie sucked.
What'd you watch? What'd you watch? Oh, God.
Ellie said hi, Deb.
Ellie said hi, Deb.
Hello.
I don't approve of, our guests talking to you on our
Bella
show.
says stop
That's just
swearing.
wrong.
I didn't swear.
She said stop.
She said stop.
I didn't swear.
She said stop.
Listen, when Bella says stop, you stop.
I didn't say nothing.
You know what you said.
I didn't say nothing.
Deb, it doesn't work.
That's like the third time I've done that. Yeah,
It does not work, Deb.
When they're.
There is something wrong with this light. And they need to get their asses here tomorrow and fix it.
Yeah, they do.
No, they need to. I need
It's
light
like
in
the
here.
most audio to this.
You need to tell them, we have to have light
Don't laugh at me, Lori.
to function.
I'm running the board for your show on Sunday.
You're just weird.
So are you.
So are you, child.
Like we're.
Oh, you're. Oh, God, now I smell corn chips.
Oh,
What is that? Oh, Jesus. Deb's feet. It's like Al Bundy.
Victoria
Bundy.
said she will be a woo girl.
You gonna be a poo girl?
It's not stress. It's a poo.
It's not stress, it's a poo.
What? The preview for the new Christopher
It's not
Robin.
stress, it's a poo. It's not
You got
stress,
one
it's a
woo girl.
You know, poo. Ow. The abuse I take.
It's not stress, it's a poo.
Our bosses are duking it out for
Again.
the top seat.
Don't fart.
Brandy said hi, Deb, but she was snorting 20 times in between saying those words. So don't start laughing too hard, you'll hiccup.
No. She meowed early when she hiccuped.
Oh, good grief.
It's a really big play. That
Jumped in on the wrong verse there.
No, we caught the comment that you wanted to be a woo girl and you're whooping it up.
Yeah.
Woo!
I don't
Not you, her.
I don't recommend hotel transfer. I liked it.
Kaylee's going to see that tomorrow for her
I
birthday.
didn't like the other two.
So
I
don't
see why
speak
it's
too loudly.
Does everybody die at the end?
Why are you wearing eyeliner?
I'm not.
Sure, I'm like,
I'm not gonna.
Your eyes look really dark.
swear an eyeshadow.
Better stop with that makeup stuff. You'll get a boyfriend and I'll have to hurt him.
Aaron. He's like, "Oosh."
No, Victoria, I did not miss your comment. You are the very first woo girl.
What the hell are you shaking your head at?
He knows why.
I think Ben should be our second woo girl.
Just fart.
No, that was the door.
Lori,
Your ass smells like corn chips, Lori. Stop.
Laugher duty. Go find your father.
your daughter's going to be spending the night at my house 2 nights in a row.
Yeah. Last time
So
you
I'm
had
going to
a
be
good
spending the night at your guys' house.
break. Nope.
Yes.
Nope.
Yep. I'm
Nope.
going to be on your couch drinking beer.
Nope.
Yep.
Farting corn chip dust.
Heck, you had her 3 times. Had her 3 days, the 1 week.
I know.
And I need to go home.
That one's we went to passages first.
So when you called, you left a message from about that.
Yes, and I also texted Nicole.
So it's like imperative has got to be fixed.
Yes.
So you're a giant 4.
Maybe I should yell too.
Oh.
So what's the name
Ellie
of
said
the
we're having a
ass
slumber party at your house.
No.
crack? Just put a new name in the ass crack.
No, that was back crack.
We're talking about slumber parties. They're talking about ass crack.
Apparently you have ass on your mind.
Welcome to the SKO Radio Network.
I love how we still do the commercial for our show. During our show.
That's how badass we are.
You guys should listen to us. We're on now.
Listen to our show. It's now.
Ooh, that could be a promo.
They need a promo for during their show that you're currently listening to, Manpocalypse. Be careful, you might explode with laughter.
Careful, we might explode with gaseous farts.
Manpocalypse.
All right.
Never. I can't say.
We will
what
let you
Lori
stay,
heard.
but you have to behave yourself. Like that.
She just told you you're number 1.
You break it, you bought it.
Hey, this was a limp when I got here.
Sounds like a personal problem.
No, I stiffened it up. Sounds like your personal problem. You shouldn't be listening to half the shit we say anyways. Why are you here?
She's used to it.
That's, I'm sorry, that makes it better. Why?
It's not like she's a little kid.
She is a little kid.
She's a teenager.
She's
Ellie, you did not say anything wrong except that I do not want that many people in my house.
Ellie, or you mean Bella?
I could actually see, apparently Bella's saying what the hell. I can actually picture it because what she do is says, dude, the hell? The same way I do. I told you, Captain Echolalian.
Okay, Mr. Stilto.
Yes, there's a stairs.
I would no matter what, it'll wipe butt.
Does the kids show have a Facebook page?
No,
Not
Why
yet.
not?
We gotta make that happen.
We'll work on it.
That takes 5 minutes, Deb. Just take 5 minutes out of your very busy day. You should do that.
You can make the kids.
I'll make the kids show happen.
Hey.
Hey, Aaron's watching.
Hey, Deb.
Yeah, I
What?
like
As if I don't have
Stop
enough
them.
shit to do.
stop the pause. And when I close Facebook, it pauses again. So.
Better fix my life.
Ouch.
You're very
Okay,
bad.
Ellie, if we do 80s music all night and pizza, maybe. And beer.
Deb, you need to behave yourself.
I'm not doing nothing.
I definitely need a new patch cord. I've destroyed the shit out of this one.
So real quick, Facebook Live, coming soon, the kids show page
I'm sorry, I really
will be
should.
on Sundays.
I really should have told you when I made the mics hot again.
That's okay. I was talking to Facebook Live.
Hey, the music stops, and I'm like, he's still talking. Screw it, let's go.
Yeah, who cares?
All right. So, real quick, before we open the phone lines, there's a couple things I wanted to mention in regards to Good Eats. Put a video out yesterday. I was out in front of Colossal Cupcakes at 6th and Euclid downtown. Now, I was gushing last week over the red velvet shake. that
And
I
you
had.
found a cupcake shake.
There's a cupcake store downtown that makes cake shakes on cupcakes. And they're just they're regular, just kind of normal size here.
Dad,
They
how can you give that look? It's a cupcake.
I thought that was her normal face until you said that. Anyway,
That's the improved
they are
face.
it's cupcake and milkshake. Oh my goodness! The first time I had strawberry cream cake cupcake and strawberry ice cream.
Yeah, you're used
Wait,
to
the
cream,
first
aren't you?
Yes, I went there twice in 1 week. I'm saying this with a level of shame, but that's okay. When I went to go talk to him today, I said, look, if I come here every day for the week, my diabetes will just go down. When I went there yesterday, I got a chocolate peanut butter cupcake
And that's the video
and
you
a chocolate
posted.
shake. That was the one I posted. Oh my God. Colossal Cupcakes, downtown, 6th and Euclid. Please, check it. They have a whole case of cupcakes.
Did you have a gathering?
I gasmed all over the street. They had to shut it down so that the RTA buses can get through.
Fred said it couldn't be correct.
Now, the other one I wanted to, I was, when we first started
Tab
talking
your
about,
band.
you're suspended, go. When we first started talking about Good Eats, I was mentioning that I had one that I was saving for when they reopened. Well, sadly, the restaurant that I wanted to actually go and record and be at the grand opening, they opened last night
Right.
with no fanfare whatsoever. They just put on their Facebook page, well, after 7 months we're open. Come on down. I'm like, I told you what I wanted to do and blah blah blah. It's like that scene from Ocean's 13. One day it was closed, the next day it was open. I should know. I was there. I wasn't there. I felt but Goldie's Deli and Restaurant on Pearl Road in Strongsville is finally reopened. This is probably one of Northeast Ohio's best hidden gems. They have monthly Elvis nights where they have they just Elvis the place up. I've never been there for an Elvis night because go
Go
leave.
away, Dad.
You're done. We don't want you here anymore.
You're cut off.
You're cut off.
You're
You are
suspended.
cut off. But their breakfasts, we were talking about breakfast before.
Right.
Oh dear Lord, go there for breakfast, stay there for lunch. It is phenomenal food.
Oh my God, Earl!
Earl, I heard that through my headphones. The microphones.
The
picked that up.
microphone picked up.
We're gonna have people, Facebooking what was that sound? That was Earl's ass shaking the studio. We have been thunderstruck.
Wow.
All right. Catching up on, yes, Goldie's forever.
All right. Well, I say we just officially make Goldie's the first one.
I'm gonna get down there when I can.
I know you did the cupcake thing, but let's make a plan. Let's go and let's review that place together.
Outstanding. I'm not doing anything this weekend. The women are. I told them, don't tell me what you're doing. I want to hear about it. Let's try to get that up.
I can't do Sunday because we've got the major event.
That's right. And I have to. I'm actually, unfortunately, I will not be at the event. I will be on call for work.
I know.
So I will be sitting in my house waiting for a phone to not ring.
Pretty much.
Yeah. 330-871-4422. 330-871-4422.
Call in and let us know what you thought of our last topic.
Let us know what you think about the midlife crisis, the men getting praised for things they should do. Goldies, we are open for business. We have gabbed enough. Yes, I am touching my boobs. Stop judging me. I told you, this third hour just goes to hell.
It goes to hell really fast.
That's why we should just, like third hour, just you talk to us. We're done talking because I'm just gonna touch my boobs and watch me. Good God, Earl! That smell finally made it over here.
Wow!
Holy
That's
wow!
right there.
Oh my goodness!
His
That
beef
is
is
what
strong.
did you eat? That
McDonald's.
He had really double hamburgers with extra onions.
okay? So that's burger shit right there. Good Lord! I could
You're sitting next to him.
I could
You
taste the
graceful.
sesame seeds in that fart.
That smell is so strong. I'm watching Lori age just because she's sitting next to her dad's ass.
Lori, you should probably come over here. I was going to say come over here to the safe zone. If I'm sitting here tasting sesame seeds, there's nothing safe about anything over here. The girls are literally with shirts over faces. They cannot breathe in.
I was hoping it would be enough to like
It would be enough to fix the light.
shines the light,
I thought he was over here like, oh, I love my own brand.
Oh yeah, he usually does it. He'll go.
My beef is strong.
My beef is juicy.
Talk
She smelled
about
the ass meat
sauerkraut.
comes
All
out.
right, Brandy, call in. I want you to call
Yeah,
in. I
call
want to
in.
know what you plan on cooking for us. You're sitting here claiming to be able to cook for us. Let's hear what you've got in mind here.
I can't.
Mike's had my cooking.
Brandy, what kind of good eats do you have for us?
What are your good eats? I like Goldies, but like I said, we're gonna
Ass meat.
I have to.
Mike
let
had
them know we're coming.
Mike had a week ago now? 2.
Why are you?
I will say this. Deb,
You're still cut off. You don't.
no,
You don't.
No,
wanna be there?
honestly, listen to him.
I gotta say this. Deb might deserve a Good Eats award. She made this lasagna that was just killer. It was amazing.
Did she take it out of the box properly?
That was
she
no
made it
box,
from
no
scratch.
nothing.
I
I do
actually
not want to
sent
know.
it-
I do
she
not want to
sent
know what
some
Deb is
home with us.
scratching.
I don't want to know what Deb is scratching. We gotta call her.
330, so that's probably Brandy here, but we're going to find out here. Thank you for calling the Manpocalypse radio show. You are on the air.
Hi guys, how are you?
Good. How are
I
you?
have no idea. I don't have that kind of information just yet.
So you guys want to know what I can cook, huh?
Yeah. What do you got?
Well, you can ask.
Take a moment to think about it. It's a complicated question. I can't even answer it on the first try.
He could ask me what you've cooked before, but we want you to say, what have you cooked? What do you got to offer the Manpocalypse?
What can you cook that I've never had? Well, that's a loaded question.
Yeah.
I've got 2 things you can have.
Bacon wrapped, cheese stuffed meatloaf. Cardiologists are standing by.
Yep.
Been there,
Good
done that.
Lord have mercy. I think my cholesterol number just hit 911.
It's amazing. I will say that. It's amazing.
What kind of cheese is it stuffed with?
Mozzarella.
Earl, fuck you. Do not do that when I have a mouthful of water. Oh my God. I'm sorry. The inappropriate answer was from Monday.
Hang on.
God. All right, I'm done drinking water for the night. They're all gonna make stupid comments and gonna spit all over my computer.
Oh, please don't get me snorted, please.
Oh, come on, the record's
We
53.
got a snorter.
Oh, we had her going 53 the one night.
If we get her, we got her 53 times on the 4th of July. Anyway, describe your bacon wrapped cheese stuffed meatloaf that is actually really amazing.
God damn, Earl! What?
I didn't do anything.
That was me snorting into the mic.
No, you did
Relax.
shit again.
I did
That was me snorting into the microphone.
No.
Okay.
Yes.
You're cut off.
There.
You are cut
I
off.
didn't do
You are.
I didn't
Cut
do,
off.
I didn't do anything.
All right. I'm
I'm
sorry.
taking over.
Brandy, your cheese. Tell us about your cheese. Brandy, I want to know about your cheese. All right. Okay.
So everybody kind of has a choice if they want to go mild or if they actually want to go spicy with it.
Yeah.
It is a cheesy, meaty, bacony.
Goodness.
It's like a bacon cheeseburger without the bun.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
That sounds
better,
like sex in the
but
mouth.
absolutely better. It's.
You just now caught that.
She's gonna
It's-
bark here soon.
It's slightly gasmic.
Okay, so we've got the I need a new patch cord. This is officially down to one.
Cutting in and out.
All right, so we've got the bacon wrapped. Now, that's kind of a mouthful, no pun intended. Do we have a name for it? I mean, have we called it something?
No, that's all I ever call it.
Let's come up with a name right now. What should we call a
The loaf
bacon
of
wrap?
Manpocalypse.
Debbie,
Cheese and bacon bake off.
How about the heart attack in a pan?
how about the meat? How about the meatgasm?
The meatgasm.
The meatpocalypse.
The meatgasm.
What was that,
The
Earl?
meatpocalypse.
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 The meatpocalypse.
Randy, what's your pick? Meatgasm, meatpocalypse?
I
Oh, I
said
think
the
I know what
loaf of
Brandy's picking.
Manpocalypse.
And I don't know Brandy that well, so I'm really going out on a
It's your dish. You get to pick the name here.
moist.
Cheesy tube steak.
Let's go ahead.
The
Meatpocalypse.
meatpocalypse. Da, 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 da.
Well,
All right.
oops.
It's
Unfortunately, if we turn the audio up anymore, we're going to get feedback into the microphone. So this is about as good as we can get. But thank you for playing along. We do have some lovely parting gifts.
Thanks for playing.
Meatpocalypse is a bacon wrapped, cheese filled meatloaf. Now, is this a recipe that you'd be willing to share? Is this something that are there secret ingredients? Is this something that's exclusive to Brandy? It's just bacon, meat, and cheese.
Pretty much, yeah. You do your regular meatloaf recipe and put about half of it down into your,
Ooh, she's vibrating.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Hello.
We got her so excited about the meatpocalypse that she's vibrating. Good job, Brandy.
She bypassed snort and went straight to vibrate.
you just take a whole 1 pound block of cheese, stuff it in the middle, the rest of your meat mix over top of it, wrap it in bacon and bake it. It's done.
We got to get her to put that on the Facebook page.
Earl Matthew! Holy shit!
Deb, you know what? If you're gonna make those noises, come on. Again, we have 6-year-olds listening to the show. You need to control yourself. Stop farting in the studio. Just take yourself outside. Take yourself outside. It smells like beer and potato chips. Take yourself outside.
He did it, not me.
It smells like sour cream and failure.
Oh.
One timer from the blue line. Yes, ma'am. Yeah. Now,
About this whole topic that you guys had about the whole meatloaf.
Fire away.
right.
Okay.
Right.
Where women will go and change their hair or go to nail salon or something like that. to each other.
Agreed.
So, in turn, people have become so bitter towards the opposite sex that they just don't want to deal with it anymore.
Why do you think that is? What's your take on it, Brandy?
My take on it is truthfully, as much as I hate to say it, most women go for, I'm gonna keep it clean.
Fuck, why?
Yeah, why? Fuckity fuck.
Well, most women end up.
Oh, wait, and I have to find out if Bella is still listening. Hang on, that's probably why. My 6-year-old running around the house.
Yeah, that's all you need. But, I mean, most women go for the a-hole, which, they get mistreated.
Most women go for the a-hole. Let's just marinate on that for a moment.
You
I'm
did.
sorry, continue.
You did call into the Manpocalypse on the last hour of our show when things get stupid, so I apologize now.
It's kind of my fault too. I didn't open the phone lines until the end of it.
But that's the biggest thing. Most of the women, I'm not saying all, but most women end up going for, the gas.
Right.
The one who, rides the motorcycle or does this or does that, just does whatever they want. Therefore, they end up getting mistreated in the long run.
So you think they're setting themselves up to be treated like shit?
In a way, yeah.
Okay. And so that's the source of amazement when they're actually when they actually deal with somebody who, well, I don't know, goes out of their way to do the right thing.
Well, and I think a lot of that comes down to where somebody who's been in, so many relationships that have turned out for the worst because of them going for that bad boy type. They don't know how to be when somebody actually treats them right.
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 They don't know how to take a compliment. They don't know how they're supposed to take something because they've just been so used to being mistreated and misused that therefore now they don't know how to accept a guy who will sit there and treat them the way that a woman should be treated.
Right.
Having a door open for them, having a compliment in there, just out of the blue, no makeup, hair not done, sitting around in sweat. Oh, you look really pretty today. Do you have any idea how beautiful you are? We as women, when we go through that, don't know how to accept that. And I think that's a lot of what it comes down to. But there's a lot of men who go for, not all men, but some men do end up going for, the really hot chick or, the ones who are so shallow that you couldn't even figure out whether or not your hair color is natural or not at times.
My hair color's not natural.
But I mean,
My hair color is opaque.
some guys have been mistreated and used for so long by so many different women
Right.
that when they do end up having somebody good around them who does pay them compliments, who does try to help them, they don't know how to accept that as well.
Right.
Right.
So
Therefore, I mean, it goes both ways.
So would it help if I paid you a compliment now?
See, I know how to take a compliment.
Really?
That's different.
Your meat is so delicious, I want it in my mouth.
Oh, you guys. Oh.
And that's usually the response I get when I say something like, oh, you guys.
Are you gonna swallow the filling whole?
Boys will be boys.
I need to swallow the middle, yeah.
Okay.
If it squirts, I should swallow it, yeah.
Do you want the spicy cheese or the mild cheese?
I want it all.
He just wants that gooey goodness.
Didn't she say something about preferring the a-hole?
Yeah, she did. Brandy, I'm going to tell you right now, if you snort on the air, I'm never letting you live it down. Ever.
No, come on, do it! guys are pretty darn close to getting me to do it.
Hey.
Moist.
That just is not gonna work.
It's the moist, wonderful time of the year.
We hear all kinds of things on the Manpocalypse. You're pretty close to getting me to do it.
Moist. Oh my. What was I doing the first show I boarded for you, Errol,
Oh, God.
that made Ben almost just vomit? It was the vomit noise.
Vomit noise.
I was doing the vomit noise,
Vomit noise.
And Ben almost hurled
Yeah,
here
actually,
in the
It
studio
was pretty close.
because I was sitting here and I was going,
And he was going,
and he's literally holding back. Like,
Victoria, there's no reason to keep it nice. Say whatever you want to say. This is our last hour. This is when things get stupid. Go for it.
geez, Victoria, why don't you call in and have some fun? 330-871-4422.
871-4422.
Because, hey, we do have a party line.
She's on the verge of a snort. We got to get it going. We got to get the snort.
Snort it. If we get Michelle into cackle and her to snort, oh, Lord.
Oh, God. The cackling, the snorting. Get Deb in here, hiccuping.
Do
sounding
not
like
get
a dog.
back in here.
"Good part."
There, yes! We got a snort! We got a snort on the air.
Yes. Thank you, Brittany.
We got two!
Snort.
I need one more.
Trifecta, here it comes.
Yes!
Three snorts for Brandy. All right. You are officially a woo girl,
Oh,
Brandy.
you're a woo girl now.
Your woo just comes in the form of a snort.
Why is you guys recording that and playing it back at every show?
Are you kidding me? This is on Facebook
This is
Live.
on Facebook
we are
Live.
uploading it to YouTube. I am going to take the audio. I'm going to put it in an MP3.
People in Australia heard that snort. I just want you to know that.
Also New Zealand.
New Zealand as well.
And,
Nice.
and
Oh, that made my day.
whatever penitentiary Ellie is calling from today.
Nice.
The snort heard around the world. All right.
Oh.
You have
The
a
phone
woo
lines
girl.
are still open. 330-871-4422. Get in on this mess.
Well, guys,
All right, have we filled you enough, Brandy?
well, unfortunately, 4 o'clock comes really early.
Or sometimes not at all.
You guys have a good rest of the show.
All right, and we will get that recipe posted on the Manpocalypse page.
Thanks for playing along.
Thanks, Brandy.
Wow, we got jazzed up on a snort.
Right?
That was epic.
We had to work for it a little
We
bit.
did.
We did.
We had to work for it.
We can probably turn that speaker down a little bit now.
All right, hang on a second. You're no longer in. We're no longer in speaker. Okay, so apparently when Michelle was listening, we were on speaker. So now, but we could say whatever we want, and Bella won't repeat it. Too late.
Michelle, how are you falling asleep during our show? What is wrong with you?
Yeah, we
That's hurtful.
need the cackling.
We need the cackling. Michelle, call in and cackle. We
Yes.
got to snort.
We got to snort. We need a cackle.
We need
now.
a cackle.
That's how that works. We have our listeners call in and we make fun of their laughs.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to step outside for one moment. I've got a surprise for you.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
and his
yeah.
wife is here, so that cannot bode well. Oh, she's going to call you sugar tits, by the way. Hey, look, I'm by myself. I'm running the show. Yeah, Victoria was supposed to call in and say something not nice, so we're waiting on that too. So that should be some fun.
she's scared.
She's scared. That's okay. Well, I have that effect on women. I scare small children. So, excuse me. Uh-oh. Oh, they're both in here.
Oh boy.
Mike and Cassie are in here. I am in trouble. You
Go ahead, open that mic.
come on.
He asked you to do something.
Uh-oh.
Here we go.
Here we go.
How you doing, sugar tits?
Yeah!
Mike,
I'm good, baby. How are you?
There we go.
That was good.
Mike is. Yeah, I should make new cards for you and put that on the
Sugar
Mike's
tits.
sugar tits.
That could be a T-shirt right there.
There you go. Mine will say moist. Mine will say sugar
There we
tits.
go.
We will never be able to go in public with them.
Nope.
There you go.
You can make a killing on those.
I want sugar tits across the back
top
of my
on the
shoulders,
back?
kind of like a football jersey.
There you go. Like the XFL.
Yeah, right?
With the number 69.
Yes, yes.
You're gonna absolutely lose your shit if I show up with a T-shirt that says sugar tits on the back.
I would totally wear that with pride.
That is actually starting to feed back a little bit there.
A little bit.
But then again, I didn't turn the mic down, so that will happen too. So her excuse is sleep deprivation.
I don't want to hear sleep deprivation.
Oh,
Call in and cackle.
I am getting out of this argument right now.
Call in and cackle, woman.
I am. Oh, she's been drinking. The wife is. Ooh, my wife has been drinking.
I thought for sure if I called her woman, she'd be like dialing right away.
When I get home tonight, yeah. Anyway. So we got somebody to call you sugar. Mike's Earl's pulling out pliers. I thought he was pulling out a knife. I'm like, someone's getting circumcised tonight.
Victoria said she should be calling in a moment.
Oh, she was listening to us while she was on the phone.
Yep.
God bless multitasking. I'll tell
Hey.
you that much. There you go. I'm going to save the audio for that segment where we got her to snore.
Oh God, yeah.
I'm going to put that, I'm going to put that specifically as an MP3 up on the page.
Has to.
Brandy is not going to get away from that.
Nope.
Nope.
Sticking with her forever.
Let me see if I can do the mixing on it so that the snort is really loud and the rest of it is just, our reaction is just.
Do it to a techno beat.
There you go. Really mix it in. You know what? I have an idea for our new promo for our Saturday nights.
Yeah.
We're gonna the promo I cut for our Saturday nights is gonna be Brandy snorting. I told you she doesn't like me.
Hey,
Now I'm
you
gonna
know what?
Give her a reason.
Like,
This
this
is
is
kind
the
of-
audio from Deb's hiccups. They sound like barks.
I told her she sounds like
This
a
is
poodle.
kind of the perfect segue into something you asked me earlier.
Mm.
Why the pig?
Yes, people are asking me why we have a pig
As our logo.
as our logo, and I tell them I didn't pick it. He did.
I picked it because honestly, I was playing on the idea that men are pigs, and this is the Manpocalypse.
Well,
And
here's the
Randy
thing.
snorting is the best soundtrack for that.
There you go. Brandy is. I don't think we can use Brandy's face as a logo though.
No, but we just need her. Just that.
I mean, I wouldn't mind, but she
No.
would.
She would.
Right.
But all we need is a pig logo and Brandy's snort, and we're good to go.
There you go. Welcome to the Manpocalypse. I don't mean snort and cackle. And whatever Victoria does. What do you think we can? I'm waiting with bated breath here to see what Victoria's going to do on the phone. Because, what sound effect do you think we're going to get?
Victoria, what is your special talent?
Well, now. What is Victoria? We are about to find out. Thank you for contacting the Manpocalypse radio show. You are on the air.
Hi, darling.
How you doing?
Hi, sweetie.
How are you guys doing?
We're making noises.
How are you?
I've been listening.
So, what he wanted to know before, oh Lord, we're in trouble. Hang on a second. The party line is open.
Uh-oh.
The behavior has come to a standstill. It's the wife.
Dun, dun,
Dun, dun, dun. Okay, so the wife is listening. The wife is listening in, but I don't care. Victoria, Mike wanted to know what your special talent was.
We've got we've got Michelle who cackles, Brandy who snorts. What can we get you to do?
She says in stunned silence.
Wait a second. You're talking to the tackler. What do you think?
Now, we already know what your special talent
Wait,
is.
did we
You
lose?
cackle.
Did we lose Victoria?
No, they're both here. Oh, wait, hang on. I don't have the party line going. What the holy hell? Oh, do I have both of you here? I should have both of you here.
You broke the phone.
I didn't break the phone. She hung up.
The Manpocalypse, technical difficulty king.
I'm telling you, I was supposed to see the two phone logos. I'm sad. We should. I don't know. I was going to say, call her back.
We're sorry, Victoria.
Victoria, you need to call back because I broke the phone. But, okay, so Michelle, since you're here, you need to cackle.
Cackle.
Go ahead and force it. I mean,
All right.
See, there you go. Up, here we go. Oh, you know what? See,
oh, sorry about that.
that's okay. You know what I'm doing? I'm not hitting add to group call, so I just hung up on Michelle. There you go.
It's not
I-
nice to have on the white season.
I hit.
It's really
Well, I figured out what happened. I'm
Right.
hitting the wrong button, but now I know what I'm doing. So, hang on just a second.
Did you know what you were doing from the get?
Yeah, no, I didn't. I had no clue. Call and hold. Can I bring them both in, or am I
If
gonna-
you just, you can't dial out.
Right.
So she calls back and just say.
Oh,
add
okay, I gotta
call,
wait
and
for
then
her to
they'll
call back.
Yeah, wait for her to call back and you can.
So I'm gonna dump her. Bye bye. She's gone.
Did you just dump the wife?
I just dumped the wife.
Wow. All right, Victoria.
Okay.
I've got to ask the question again.
Happy wife, happy life. Don't you have other bad things?
No, I don't subscribe to that. We both need to be happy. Ah, here we go. Add to the group call. There. Now we have both of them. Everybody should
All right,
be
It's
here.
a highly
let's
technical
test this
process,
out.
you know.
Wait, let's test this out.
Let's have the-
Victoria,
Let's
are
have
you
the
there?
cackle.
Yeah.
Michelle, are you there?
Yeah.
All right. So Victoria was scolding me for not having a happy wife or a happy life. So her special talent is making me feel bad.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna cry like a little girl with a skin knee. Oh wait, I already have a skin knee. That shouldn't be too difficult.
Right?
There you go. So anyway, no, Victoria, we were trying to figure out what your special talent was, as far as laughing goes.
No, they qualify as a special talent, but like Debbie and everybody knows me. I'm like the most fun-loving gal ever. Like, I have no problem telling anybody no. Not telling anybody no for anything they want to do. Like, if you want to go do something crazy and stupid, I'm down. I'm your girl. Like, I don't know the word no, because I will try and take crazy stupid at least once. As long as it doesn't have to be up in jail and cuffs, we're good.
I don't know
The word no.
We have a special place for you amongst the Woo Girls.
She is the food. She's the first woo girl.
Wow.
So officially, Victoria's talent is
Bella wants to talk on the phone. Oh my goodness. We have Brandy who won't say no. And Bella wants to take the phone. Let it. Is she gonna grab the phone? Because
all right. Well,
let's see what happens here. This is. Uh-oh, she's climbing.
Well,
I can picture that she's climbing.
we're getting the cackle.
There's the cackle. Wow, that's pretty awkward when we're both doing it at the same time.
And Victoria's special talent is she's a woo girl.
Victoria's special talent is she's agreeable.
Agreeable.
Victoria, can you bring us some pizza?
I can do you one better.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, I'm not that hungry. I just wanted a pizza.
Oh.
Wait, Greeks are going to twist on my pizza? That's a little bit creepy. Wow. And she's still cackling in the background.
Yep. So we got the snort, we got the cackle.
And we have, okay, no. So Victoria is going to make a giant. We have people cooking for us left and
I
right.
know. Good Eats was a damn good idea.
I'm telling you. So Victoria, what's your specialty? She wants to make it a
Family affair.
Oh my.
You never fail.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes, I would.
We're-
Welcome to the Manpocalypse.
we're down to the last 10 minutes.
I'm not on the air.
Earl's busy trying to fart on the couch.
You not shitting yourself?
Exactly.
So has Bella given up on trying to take the phone from you? Okay. No Bella tonight.
No Bella tonight.
I don't think anything could top last week though.
Right.
That's why I'm glad my children are 45 minutes and 45 miles away. I don't have to.
My kid's 45 minutes away, but I still gotta go home.
My kids are currently right outside the door.
His kids are in the lobby, so there you go.
Mine are terrorizing their father, those people jumping.
There you go.
So why is terrorizing the father equal justice? Help me out with that one. Because of the wonderful things he does.
Child support, and he doesn't do nothing for his kids, so I figured they're jumping.
So he's terrorizing them now?
No, they're terrorizing him.
Oh, they're terrorizing him. What do they do? What do they do when they get together? Do you know?
2 weeks.
Every time I like even breathe in this direction, my headphones go off. What do they do when they're together?
Well, let me see. Just to put him on blast, let's go for it.
No, not to put him on blast. I want to get a better understanding of their relationship because
I want to. Because it speaks to the true character of single fathers who don't deserve children.
now what you realize what you just did there?
Yes, I did.
You just lumped every single father together in one category.
No, I said single fathers who don't take care of their children.
I will defend her on that. She
Okay.
did specify.
Okay. That was drowned out with the cackling.
When you sit in your room and you would rather play your games and be bothered with the presence of your children, that's a problem. When you can't financially contribute to the upkeep and raising of your children, that's a problem. When you don't come to the assumption because you don't want to deal with the mother, that's a problem.
Let me back you up on one here. Can't or won't?
So,
Because can't is kind of a tough hurdle to get over. Won't is just a flat out, I just don't want to.
Yeah.
can't because he doesn't have the maturity to act like a grown ass man at 35, so that's like he's 3. And won't because that would be too much for him to do. It would be having to put effort on his part. So can you say things?
Okay.
Just safe space.
I'm sorry, it's not a legend of men, there need to do the same thing.
Wow.
He might.
Get him some coloring books and a puppy dog.
Okay, well, let me ask you this, Victoria. All that being said, obviously you've got one of those guys in your life. Do you ever catch yourself lumping all guys into that category?
No.
Now,
That's based on a case by case.
okay, are you currently seeing anybody else, or are you currently married? And
No, I'm not.
okay, and
He doesn't seem like, no, I'm not married and I'm waiting for my actual formal proposal with the first company.
Why don't you propose to him?
dude, she just put you on the spot. But no, what I'm getting at is
No, hang on. Why don't you propose to him?
Because I'm not gonna take his man card from him.
You think do you think that's gonna emasculate him?
A little bit, yes.
Why?
But enough is the ex-wife emasculates him enough, I'm not gonna add to it.
Okay. I see.
I can
What
get
did I contribute to this already, emasculated a man mentality. Why should I contribute to it?
Well, we're not asking you to contribute to it. We're just what I'm trying to expand on here is that if this is something that you really feel that way about, why wait? Bring it up. Hey, yeah, I'd like you to, attach yourself to me in a very biblical sense, with clothes on this time.
We've already had this discussion and we're just waiting for the right time. I need something to be finalized.
So it's been brought up, and we know that that's there. We're just waiting for something to really kind of freeway
We
things.
have a whole 5-year life plan. We've already got a whole 5-year life plan discussed. Waiting on the right time to start to plan on.
Okay, so what are you going to do with the other 4.5 years? I'm just curious.
Hopefully expand our family, buy a new house, actually get my business off the ground and get his off the ground.
Nothing in there about becoming a little girl. A little disappointed.
I'm a little disappointed.
Just a
too.
touch, yeah.
Oh, and that's just what's been there. I just say about election.
It was like included like batteries.
Right.
They're just they're there because they're there.
These days, the best Lulu girl ever.
I honestly thought Woo Girl would be at the top of the list too, but
The
hey,
biggest.
it's okay.
And the best. Oh my.
But hey, I'll tell you what, we're actually running out of time. So, Victoria, thank you so much for letting us put you on the spot a little bit.
Oh, no problem.
You played along pretty well. You were a good sport about it.
And Michelle, thank you for the cackle.
We're gonna keep it 100.
I'm going to keep it 100. I've never gotten that. What the hell is it? I see that come up. People just throw 100 in the middle of stuff. And I'm like, like I said, if I ever hit 100, fuck it, I'm going to respawn. What?
Keeping it 100 is like keeping it real. How people would think with no filter. You don't care what anybody thinks. They don't like it.
Yeah, but that's why I have a radio show. The only filter I have is the one on the microphone that keeps my E's from popping.
Right?
Earl's like, don't do that again. That comes over way too hot.
No, I'm just worried about the shit on my mic.
Oh, wait, hang on a second. I'm going to pull this booger off here.
I gotta talk in that microphone.
But hey, ladies, seriously,
Bella is happy. Ladies and gentlemen,
Bella is
happy. And on that note, we've had a good show.
So, ladies,
Ladies,
thanks for
thank you
calling
so
in.
much for calling in. Do appreciate. We are going to go ahead and call it. You know what? That's a high note to end on.
Yeah.
Bella is happy. Victoria has a man she's allegedly going to hear from as far as a proposal.
Right.
Earl just farted on the door.
On the door.
On the door. Oh my goodness.
I was thinking about trying to get Piper to come on the air for half a second, but that might take too long.
So, another same bad time, same bad channel. You've been listening to the Manpocalypse radio show on the SKO Radio Network. I'm Aaron, he's Mike. He's not going to say goodnight because he never does.
Good night, everybody.
Yeah, we're still on the air on Thursdays
Yeah, for a little while
for a
longer.
little while longer. So come back again Thursday. Come back and enjoy the Facebook Live. Come back and enjoy us on the SKO.com, SKOradio.com website. Enjoy us on the TuneIn app. Finish big.
Finish strong.
Finish
Everywhere.
Everywhere.
Anywhere, everywhere,
Finish.
somewhere.
Get it all over the place. Oh, gotta end the video before it picks up the music.
Oh no!